was some play there? No. I think that was some kind of intro. Lord have mercy. Setting up in the studio in the morning is like trying to build a studio from scratch. I don't know. Maybe a whole song. That wasn't the whole song. Angela is his name. I'm gonna find that for you. Trinidad and Tobago, I apologize. It's Monday morning, so this is Monday morning blues. Let's see if we get it here this time, Janice. I apologize for the people now coming on. Yeah, this is it. Good morning to Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning to everybody listening in this morning. Yeah, this is the song, so we're supposed to start in a minute. What are you finding? That is not that. They're complaining about the feed, so we can't play that. We have a problem with this connection here. So I'm going to blank that. We're going to go inside this morning. We're going to set it up properly for you by Wednesday. Alright, everybody who is telling me on social media that the feed is bad, we'll turn it off. Now, how is the mic feed? I mean, that's something clear. The mic feed is something clear. So is this this jack into the system that's not working. So we will step it up, and I mean, that is, I guess, the ghost in the machine that keeps it from Alright, so we're live on social media. Good morning to Trinidad and Tobago. Spread the word, let's get inside because we have a lot to discuss. But I wanted to talk about that song though. I wanted to Trinidadians to hear that song. We don't have it on everything we have it on the actual FM system. So we were trying to play it through kind of hookup that we made. Adelan Brave Boy's song Bring It Back should have been purchased by the Ministry of Tourism, by the Ministry of Education, by the Ministry of Culture. They should have bought that song. I mean, the words of that song to me. We say we're encouraging people to live better. But when we have songs like that informing people on that level, if I could find the lyrics to this song, boy, if I could find the lyrics, I would read it for them. Yeah? Because bring back my red, white and black country. That is an amazing song. The first time I heard that song, I got goosebumps. Everybody is telling us that the audio is not good on social media. So all over the world, we are going to problem with the audio on social media. I don't know how it is broadcasting out to the rest of the world. Toronto, we apologize. Yeah? So we are going forward with it as it is. Let's get inside. I was driving down here this morning to get into the studio, rain falling. And I'm thinking a lot of the people whose houses rain is falling on this morning have no water in the pipe. Wouldn't it be funny? You're working in your yard right now at almost and what's up with a package to find rain falling. That's how bad this place is, just. When you post on social media, read her exact post. Because she is coming, she is posting from this gas panel. No pipe-borne water in Raguna and Chase Abdul Village Pinal, but water trucks running up and down selling $300 for one tank. Yes, one tank of water. So people pay WASA and not getting what they have been paying for. WASA should be sued. WASA shouldn't be sued. WASA needs to be undone and redone. What passes for Water and Sewage Authority in Trinidad and Tobago has long outlived its purpose. The Water and Sewage Authority that was set up to turn the Queensbox and North Hollows into a reservoir because of the cholera epidemic in Trinidad and Tobago. That has long since outlived its actual purpose. We need an organization that understands how to do water distribution better. Janice, it wasn't a connection, so you can go back up on top there. You can just yeah? Alright. How about you put it up on top here? You get better here and you get 2 million. Because they don't need a next feed adjustment. You put it up on top here, you'll get 2 million. Yeah, well, the social media connection into the digital, into the analog world is a lot of plugs into plugs because trying to get it all to work seamlessly and to integrate it. If you see wires around the way, to get it to broadcast on social media, a large part of our phones are international and they prefer to get their information maybe on radio between 9 and noon when people are otherwise compromised, they're busy, they go to work, they're at work now, they're getting stuff done. At some point we will have an actual real time available to social media. We fight in this fight going down the line, but at some point we will get an actual radio TV time that everybody can be relaxed and sit down and listen. As long as the media could keep fighting the progressive improvement party, and as long as they can keep the conversation away from the people, we ain't going nowhere. We're not going nowhere as a nation. If you read Paulo Kernahan this morning, you would think that Paulo is a pepper. Because they're talking the right talk, they're saying the right words. This is Paulo Kernahan's article from 8 hours ago called Pot Calling Kettle a Gangster Lover. I once visited the zoo as a child with my father. On that day, the incarcerated apes in the primate section were particularly animated. Chimpanzees in one cage were throwing projectiles at chips in a neighboring enclosure. Those of you listening to us on 104.7, I hope that you're getting us. Clearly, those of you on social media, please share the video with each other. Chimpanzees in one cage were throwing projectiles at chimps in a neighboring enclosure. There were lots of whooping and hollering. Rival clans aggressively postured while vigorously shaking their posterior protuberances. Powers have to write to every big word you can find. I was so caught up in the noisy display of primate politics, I hadn't paid much attention to what they were throwing each other. It was only when the chimpanzees turned on me, the hapless onlooker, with flying fists of equal fury, that I understood what their weapons of conflict were. This memory came to mind as I read newspaper reports the laughable back and forth between government and opposition, centered on who outgunned who. National Security Minister Stuart Young attacked the opposition for what he claims is their courtship of criminals. Mr. Young referred specifically to the appearance at the Monday night UNC forum of a man who he claimed had a long criminal rap sheet. Confronted with the irony of Cedric upstanding citizen Burke in attendance at a swearing-in ceremony of his candidate colleague Marlene McDonald, Young deferred to the Port-au-Prince South MP. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley swiftly swore out McDonald at the time he saw the glaring impropriety of the newly refurbished minister appearing at President's House with Cedric shining like Burke. No explanation has been offered by the PM of why that was improper then has become now, given that has become proper now, given that McDonald has subsequently been rehired. But back to Stuart tired myself now. Is it? Probably not easy to read. You get carried away with him. He admitted, according to a newspaper report, he couldn't definitively state the PNM isn't guilty of the same activities of which the UNC has been accused. He went on to add, however, neither both nor anyone with a criminal record has appeared on the PNM platform. In the fine tradition of splitting hairs, Mr. Young makes a distinction between people with a criminal record appearing on a political platform and Cedric, the best of Eastern Port-au-Prince, work appearing shoulder to shoulder with the PNM Minister at President's House. Despite Mr. Young's and the PN's insistence that the PNM is not of that, history is unkind to be unlearned and dishonest. And his former Prime Minister Patrick Manning met with known community leaders, presumably with the objective of brokering peace among warring gangs. Anyone with half a brain understood this peace would have to be purchased. Mark Guerra, a known community leader, was appointed as National Advisor to the Unemployment Relief Program, URP, then rife with gangland infiltration and turf killings. Guerra, as National Advisor to what was ostensibly a state welfare program, reportedly owned several luxury vehicles and properties. Dr. Biaudan, MP for Outreach East Rural Montreal, has jumped into the fray, accusing the PNM of supporting the criminal element in society. Dr. Montreal has conveniently forgotten that a Nova community activist, Sean Bill Francis, with established ties to the criminal underworld, ran on a UNC ticket in a general election. Francis, who was also a government contractor, was eventually liquidated along with several other gang leaders involved in the so-called peace initiative supported by ex-PM Manning. The holier-than-thou posturing of both political parties is offensive to objective thinkers in society. Limited in number, though they may be, that is wrong. Power Cunningham needs to decide if he's a comedian or a columnist. He really needs to decide if what he wants to do is a comedian, get on the stage. Because he was going good, but he distracts the reader with such foolishness. Politicians have always quoted criminal elements in the desperation to cobble and hold together power base and both to support in areas where support is thin. All of this is fact. The URP as well as state contracts has historically been apportioned to community leaders. I will stop there. Because when he says that the URP as well as state contracts has historically been apportioned to community leaders, Paolo need to tell me who is the Fairways Maraba living person who has the $100 million contract to mow lawns. Because I am finding under this government the disconnect between the contract holder and the person actually doing the job is long, it's far. And we're paying hundreds of millions of dollars for something when people do it for minimum wage or less.
That's right. That is right.
So why that buffer? Paolo doesn't see and he doesn't speak about this. And it is easy in this country to attack the poor. I realize that. It's easy to attack the poor and it's easy to attack black people in this country. It's easy to call them out. Somebody asked me, where the name of the people that they say that they hold for the sex ring? I say, they're not black, so you're not going to see their face, their name, their address, their phone number. I remember when they hold the fella, the same day there was 2 articles in the newspaper. They hold a fella in Price Mart, a manager for Tiffany, black, big face. Somebody of Westmoreland's ilk discharged a firearm in the same movie town. They name him as business owner from Arapatani. And it is that disconnect and that two-tiered system, like inequality. And we miss that. We miss that in trying to put the country back together. And if we want to say every criminal must find an equal place, then it must find its equal place even when we're talking about criminality and corruption. That's right. Even when we're talking about that, the truth of the matter is, most of the wrongdoing in Trinidad and Tobago is from on high. Most of the wrongdoing in Trinidad and Tobago are people connected to government, Chamber of Commerce, Law Association. Most of the criminality, because when they're talking about handing out contracts to work and Spanish and all these fellas getting these contracts so that their community, because they call themselves community leaders, the gangs, the control team, so that they can enforce voting. This is not what the framers had in mind when we talked about democracy. And all of it is misbehavior in public office. All of it. Julian John, Rudal, can't talk. Call him and Fitzgerald and he'll keep rolling, can't talk. The truth of the matter, as Patrick Watson said this morning, these two political parties, the PNM and the UNC, are distinction without a difference. Janice, Yes.
Bloody whip bill.
Yes. So when Paulo said not calling kettle against the level, you right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying wrong. I'm saying though, it's too easy for us to shoot these kind of pecan bullets at one level, and we're not talking about the fact that we're taking forests around 3 years to build the jail, the courts outside the jails. So costing us hundreds of millions of dollars to transport prisoners
Each year.
that we don't need to be spending in a contract that we don't need to have.
Yeah.
Why did it take so long?
Is how much the man getting paid? How much our contract is? It's 200 million? Somewhere around there? 150 million?
Every single dollar is too much. When you hear it in the morning, parking traffic and traffic, pushing people aside with big trucks, prisoner transport. Prisoner transport is an oxymoron. The court should have always been for remand the prisoners. You really want to give them justice on time? You should have been able to walk them out the cell into the cell. That's right.
But look, look all over the world. That is how it's set up, Philip. That's how it's set up. I remember my cousin getting arrested in New York, but and the man from the jail cell walked through one door and meet a judge.
Faris and came on a Progressive Empowerment Party post and said, well, the government always knew that was a solution. He said that twice on two things, you know. Two things Faris said. He said the government always knew that securing the nation's borders was a solution to crime. And he said that they always knew a court rule is what you need. You don't need a magistrate court the size of what on St. Vincent Street. You need a court rule. Exactly. There's a room for the magistrate and the different accused. This is it. That's all it is. This is it. How do you plead? If it is not indictable, how do you plead? And you get that handled.
Out anyway. And that is what you're calling justice on time. And watch, man, them two buildings, they say we put it next to two jails. That's $1 million a piece.
What is the difference between Berkey Burke and Spanish and all the rest of them and their gangs and the financiers of government as a gang?
There's no difference.
What is the difference?
Well, maybe some live in Avanti and some live in Glencoe. And that's the biggest difference I can see.
I don't understand how marvelous and outraged. I don't understand how there are people who live in a country, they have no water, they need sanitation, not getting good education. I mean, it's a litany of sins that we keep talking about. If they get in trouble, last time I had to take my son to an emergency room. And thank God we could have gone to St. Clair Medical Center. And when we got to St. Clair Medical Center, I mean, it's after, I want to get in props for the fact that they didn't require me to pay as I entered. But I've experienced that before in the private hospital. That's something new. But I've experienced that before in the past in private hospital. But again, and what a senior doctor told me is that for the only no idea how many people who have their children forget that they owe for treating them. If I was in a restaurant and a man was choking to death on the ground, it turned blue. And he got up and he said, move aside, I'm a doctor. And the fella just, make me move and clear his throat and gasping, catching his breath. When he finally catches his breath, he look at the guy. The whole place applauded the doctor because they thought the man dead. The man said, I am a very wealthy man. Anything you want is yours. The doctor told him, give me half of what you would have given when he thought he was dead. I like that. Promises made in stone. Pull up in St. Clair over Shaw, St. Joseph. What about cost? You get the bill. The numbers are rich. So I understand, man, because the service that they provide costs money. Having doctors on call costs money. Having nurses, having all the things ready. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, but you don't go and start getting upset there because you talk about this like a blue chip that we have for all our citizens, where we could have all of our citizens getting first world health care, and again, where that cost is covered, Philip, covered.
Tony, I'm telling you to be this, Janice. If one ministry get properly audited and the Ministry of Health gets properly audited with a government prostitute vendors, plenty front pew sitters in the church right now will flee this country.
Yeah. But of course,
We can't be spending $5 billion a year, Janice, on public health for this.
So another lady this week last week, and she was saying to Alicia and I, she says, but we all know what is wrong in the health center, healthcare, but you cannot come out and say anything because you'll be stopping a man from eating a food.
So that doctors and nurses, they have senior administration officials in the hospitals sign a document that if they speak out on what they know in public health, they can go to jail.
Yeah, but this just isn't even a doctor and nurse.
listen,
That's why I asked the question at the start. Why aren't more of us outraged?
this is the point. Look, Saturday night, a man arguing with me, telling me, boy, I just listen to you sometimes, and I find it is just be guffy all the time, but you're vexed, you're making a star old noise. I doesn't feel like I want to listen to you. And I watch that man and say, but brethren, you telling me you agree with all I'm saying, but you are vexed. You are vexed.
And you know what? I driving on the road last night, and I hit two holes, one after the other, on Wrightson Road, in the vicinity of Colville Street, where the power generation plant, well, they're there, but where you said the function. And I hit those two holes, and I'm thinking, how many people hit those two holes a day and damage their vehicle and cost them money? Yeah. And they pay, I want you to hear this, we pay some of the highest rates for gasoline in the world now. They have no subsidy anymore. Our rates for gas higher than a lot of countries in the Western world. And in that gas bill that you pay every time you go to the pump, there is something built into the money called the road tax.
That's supposed to fix the damn road.
That's supposed to fix it.
That is sickening, boy, for driving on that road and I going on in petrol.
But you see the question I'm asking, so you're talking road, you're talking public health, you talk everything, but the question I'm asking is, the people who whining low, drunk in these carnival feds, they don't realize the ship they're on sinking.
But I have something even better for you. I have something better for you, and better for Trinidad and Tobago, because all of we as citizens of this country in different constituencies throughout this Twin Isle, here we're going on. Guess what, Trinidad and Tobago? Your MP, your SC, for nearly the whole 5-year tenure, and he told, but guess what? You could see him in every damn fete when every carnival come around, and winding down the place, winding down low and skinning teeth and having a good time. Not so, you could go and take selfie with your MP in a fete, but in your area, with the issues you're dealing with, no water, pothole, no sidewalk, flooding.
No, when they see the MP, the face skin a bag. They pose in, look who these people. These people, look who that Faris. When I was invited to the Commissioner of Police Christmas party, now I'm telling you, Gary, people is cuss me and say Gary's your friend and you're defending your friend. Gary's my friend. And I've been going to Gary's Christmas party every year. But this year, I couldn't go. Because this year, I couldn't stomach the fake, with some of these people. I can't go and party in the same place with journalists who misusing their position of trust in society to sell propaganda and mislead the public. I couldn't go and shake hands and skin up with government ministers who I know defrauding the public, doing conspiracies that's stealing hundreds of millions and billions of dollars from the people.
I feel the same.
I couldn't go.
I feel the same.
I couldn't go, and rather than risk coming home sore, seeing all of them criminals in one place, and as a commissioner of police party.
Imagine that.
That the commissioner of police party. No, we're not saying this. When people talk and they show me pictures, and they send me pictures with Burkey and Spanish and them with a big goal in Hyatt Fence. I said that is petty crime. You think that is crime? You know it's crime? Spending hundreds hundreds of millions and billions of dollars on a vehicle maintenance company in Trinidad and Tobago and still train the ambulance, take truck and police car.
Yes.
To the car suppliers who making hundreds of millions and billions of dollars but selling us car. When you go to see the wrecks in the police yard, it's 1 year, 2 year old car. Yeah. A vehicle drive out forwards police station is then missing a fender. And then only if you pass inspection. Yes. A lot of them we are on radio 104.7, so all the calls that coming in on my phone, please don't forget, Mondays and Wednesdays 9 to noon, we are on radio. Listen, Tony, we live in a country where the madness that takes place because our people give him self-respect. True. When Heathrow said to the nation, the people need to wean themselves off of government. That is the day I said that man is a jackass. Because I want you to understand. The government's job is the welfare of the people.
What's my
that's like I am not telling you. The more money has somebody who can hire to iron, and they tell you, I'm not interested in who's iron.
I tell you, I see a meme on Facebook reading a book and how to learn to slap somebody through the internet.
Oh yes.
I'm telling you, watch me. Right there when I hear
you can't say that, but when he said that, and the paid attendees, yes, wean yourself from government, so government could have more money to thief. Wean yourself off government, so government could set up a next B-Mobile. I want to tell you how to do something. Government is selling Petrotrin, you know. Government seized Petrotrin from all the people who was controlling Petrotrin and eating big food. Government people want to eat that food. So they're not selling Petrotrin, you know. Petrotrin is where the contract mafia go in and feed. That's what really happened. B-Mobile was a profitable state enterprise. When you just go to Ernst & Young, you can get the freedom of information requests for the records. Ernst & Young had a massive contract to audit TST and B-Mobile. B-Mobile had some of the highest paid people in public offices. But they used to say, we're making money. B-Mobile losing money now. And y'all couldn't pay dividends because TST and B-Mobile drag it down. They set a man there to sit and collect $180,000 a month plus perks. $180,000 a month plus perks. They divided the lucrative part of TST and B-Mobile. This fellas not easy for kickback and back scratch. They've broken up TST and B-Mobile. The lucrative part, the revenue part, you give that to friends. You take a commission of the money. Because once you control the cash register, you're happy. Somebody else responsible for the actual doing the work with TST and B-Mobile. That means you're diary. Like you could separate two sides of a ship. It's the same company. One company that provides telecommunication services, the richest man in the world is a telecommunication provider for Fox from Mexico. All he's doing cell phone. That's all he's doing, telecommunications. Internet and mobile telephones are the two last growth poles in the world. They don't know what will replace it. If you look into the future, you could say courier systems could be replaced by drones because Amazon trying drones. Anything that you could think of. Before you could have said jumping jackrabbit, network TV was replaced by cable TV, and cable TV was replaced by DVD and video, and all of that dead. Netflix, video on demand, internet, all gone. Cable TV didn't get a long run. CDs and DVDs get about 10 years. But you can look down the line, but the only things that you can't see going away, in fact, the only businesses that you can say must grow is telecommunications and internet service provision. Because interconnectivity in the world is the biggest business. What made Apple the biggest company in the world was the iPhone, not MacBook, not iPod, the iPhone. When Apple took BlackBerry's business and went incandescent with it, Apple iPhone killed Nokia, which was the number one phone seller. Everybody had one and was Nokia, right? Nokia, and it killed BlackBerry. Then there was a time when you were either normal and had a Nokia, it was flashy, and you had a flip. Motorola flip, or you was intellectual or somebody important and you had a BlackBerry with BBM and QWERTY. The first time they had me a BlackBerry, when I see how much numbers of data getting back, I say, see all that button? I am okay myself. I not landing this station. I want my phone to do one thing and say hello. But you know, eventually I got into the BlackBerry like everybody else. When Apple came in the store, the shopping BlackBerry. BlackBerry went from being one of the richest companies in the world to nothing in one almost quarter, because the iPhone destroyed them all. Interconnectivity is the most important thing in the world. Anything that you can do researching right now, you get people know internet on the fly, mobile internet, Wi-Fi technology. The point I'm trying to make to you is this: if there was only one company trying to be what it's supposed to be making money, it's TSTT.
That's true. That's so true. That is so true.
If there was only one company that was supposed to be profitable, that's supposed to carry anywhere, it's TSTT. That's true. They are reaping it every day. The government is raping TSTT for funds and finances to eat well and kick back to government ministers.
The regular man, the regular worker who feeling the Hiltons, then it's those jobs that want to cut and bring a level of so-called efficiency. What about the man collecting 180,000 for the month? For a month! You have people who are working for that for the year. You have this man pulling that money every month.
Stone parents is escalating a commitment and my decision internally. We met with the top echelon of the TSTT Workers Union. They are fractured into 3 fractures. And PNM lawyers keep rolling lawyers. The Minister of Communication / National Security / Pick Avocado and Mango Stretcham is also on record as a lawyer for TSTT Union. So understand what I'm trying to tell you. Understand what I'm trying to tell you. These steel tip boots wearing polo shirt dress up in Walt and 69 people being taken advantage of by people with book sense. Stuart Young is a lawyer on record for the TSTT Union. The same law firms that representing TSTT but not representing the union too. So it's like himself to himself. And Trinidad with the workers. And the workers over the years, that's what they're doing. It's because enslaving people, the 48 laws of power. If you've never read the 48 laws of power, everybody should go on Google today and download literally 48 laws, and it tells you how to enslave people. And over the years, that's what they're doing. They're making $11,000 a month. You want to make 13,500? Man, just click. Good, and they are 2 weeks a month instead of one. Yes, science. Sign when they also signed away was their collective bargaining power. What they signed away was their authority to stand together. They actually built into these contracts that they made the workers sign every time they gave them a raise. They tightened the collar a little tighter. So they were setting them up. When the workers was playing checkers, they was playing chess. They wasn't thinking no. You thinking no. How I can move from ham and jam to steak and lobster. They thinking 6 years long. Long term. I lead them to a cliff.
And you're walking backwards too.
Watch me now. I'm not family. So God, these people treating me nice. When petrol workers realized for all the nonsense of Ansel Roger and David Abdullah, that they had no power, that they had no authority, that the law said there was an actual labor law, collective bargaining was turned on its head. That the law said that you have to protest through Roger. So all you have to do is give Roger $15 million and you could bust everybody throat. Yeah, simple thing. Simple thing. Because to this day I don't know what those union leaders got that money from. When we came into the war, it could only be one thing: hush your mouth. Hush your mouth. We couldn't pay Roger and Abdullah for marching with you to throw camera out because that is theft. That is misuse of public funds. That is fraudulent conversion. That is misbehavior in public office. Those are all charges. But who is to charge it? Who is to bring the charge? When the appointee in every post eating their nice share. Look your place. Hush your mouth. Look your place. Boss, I want to tell you we're investigating something. How much that man cost me? That's the Trinidad you're living in. That's the Trinidad you wake up in this morning. And when we tell Trinidad they will undo and redo, they don't understand what we mean when we say. But we literally, in the first 2 years of a progressive empowerment party government, we have to purge every senior official of state. We have to fire. We have to dismantle the structure that facilitates this criminality. This is not just saying PNMT for UNCT. You have to understand how they stole. You have to understand what was put in place to facilitate the theft. If you don't know how they're doing what they're doing, it will confuse you. Somebody said they overheard a Piaco man who they say thief $1 billion. He said when you're stealing public funds, the man drunk in a party, you know. Talking this. No, all of them is going each other. All of them is going each other house name, the line in the criminals. They admit these are criminals. I know that. The man drunk with himself. The lawyer there, I think that was a joke. Because they was making a joke how the lawyer making defending him. So when you're thieving public funds, take legal fees one time. Goodness.
They need no stone.
And let's say I believe we could fly. I believe set up in Piacons, I believe we could fly. Chanta Bogo spent $150 million to date or more, because in the last time I checked, trying to prosecute Ish and Steve. The family say I believe we could fly. He outside there talking about constitution reform. Somebody asked him, what about Ish and Steve and the Piaco 9, 11 and 13? What about Northern Construction and Maritime that both of them get charged for theft and corruption? What about Hillman and Gutierrez in Florida? What about the no-fly for Ish and Steve that they get on a plane tomorrow, the Yankee coming for them, they can't go Barbados? What about that? And they said that wasn't me, that was Nick. They asked, who was in charge of Nick? The National Insurance Board. Who appointed? The Minister of Finance. Who appointed him? And not the person. Because if you are a critical thinker and you show him that I know John, Jim, Mary, Jill, Harry, all is the same gang, and you is the leader of the gang, don't bullshit me. Don't tell me Nick do that. Don't tell me that the National Insurance Board on its own account pick up $39 million to give to the owners of Tamak, Thai and Apsara, and then spend the next $5 million upgrading Tamak, Thai and Apsara for the same people to operate and make me profit. So all we took was poor people $8 and $10 and $12 a month, but they taking out a little minimum wage in the salaries in National Insurance Board to give to Tamak, Thai and Apsara. When I put that in the public space, I was upset. This is 12 years ago. Why is it being in news now? I asked a question. We wasn't getting the news then. But we supposed to pay it off. It was an interest-free loan. 10 years have passed, the money should have doubled. If we got $41 million, you should owe us $82 million. You can't work for 10 years, make back the $41 million, hand it back to the state and say, oh, it's our money because it was sitting on a bank account in a real place.
But Guinea interest.
They're not gaining interest. Double by now. Correct.
You're absolutely correct.
But this you won't hear on CNC Tree.
Yes, mainstream media, correct.
You can't hear this on TV6. You can't have these conversations. Why Fazil could only give me 20 minutes twice a year just so he could pretend? Because Fazil Muhammad knows. He knows. He said it. We should be on this show every morning. But Trinidad can't take that. Trinidad can't deal with the fact that there is a man who has been granted refugee status in London because of threats from senior judicial officers in Trinidad. And that the Prime Minister, who is supposed to take action to investigate and remove from office, who has been told by law, by dint of judgment, that reach all the way to the Privy Council, still ignoring it. We are playing smart with stupidness in this country. The undo and redo requires a purge. It requires a firing from all these officers and an investigation of all these, and fly anywhere you want. But we will extradite you because we sign all kinds of treaties and agreements in this country. But when American and British and German criminals come here and we don't want them, we will send them back for you. When we want our criminals, send them home. I don't care, no. As I tell people already, you can be friend and you can be family. If you're nonsense, don't say Christ, get thee behind me, Satan. I know you not. We have needed a government in this country for too long that understood what brought Trinidad and Tobago to be able to fix it. This ain't just about put an ex-minister of tourism. Because all the bacchanal that going on in the Ministry of Tourism, all the theft that took place under the TBC and the TIDCO was stink. But what they do is they run these companies for a term and shut them down and start a new company. We putting up signs around oil steel poles now. We kill people with oil. The responsibility, the financial responsibility belongs to a company called Petrotrim that don't exist no more. AV oil investigation was
what is going on with that?
Because Petrotrim doesn't exist anymore.
Don't exist for AV oil.
If you rob somebody and somebody make a claim and that somebody dead, nobody to follow up the investigation, nobody ain't care that money gone again. You see, the people of Trinidad and Tobago do not understand that the $100 million, if it was in fact correct that this was stolen from the people of Trinidad, it was stolen from you. That's supposed to be in jail right now. That's a thing. That's supposed to be in jail right now. But you want to lock up a youth man on the corner, boy.
Yes, we doing that across the country when these big wigs just cracking the champagne glass and everybody happy-go-lucky and doing what the hell they want to do, boy. Driving a Cayenne and flying on first class and you know what I mean? And we's the ones on the ground that feeling that pain, boy. Feeling the pinch, boy. And like the man say, he find I just reel up too much. My question is, partner, Trinidad and Tobago, why you ain't vexed too? That is my question. Why are you not vexed as well? Why? That's my question. You're getting your information, you're getting your factual information. Again, freedom of speech, freedom of information, right? Do your research, get your factual information. You don't want to believe what we're saying? Do your research, find out for fact. And my point is I want to know, why are you not mad too? Yeah, why the people not outraged? To the people who in all these carnival fêtes, and you know, the biggest fools in this country are the fools who save money or borrow money to play mass. I'm telling you, you're in a country where you're not sure that your job's safe next month.
Correct.
But you're taking your savings to spend it on mass. That is stupid. If you borrow money, you put yourself in debt, they go come and take things that you really need. It's like China. When China come and give you bells and whistles, what do you want? You can have it. When China come and give you what you want,
what you feel? Them done do the assessment to know whether you can pay back or not.
When they come from the bank could lend you money. When the bank realize, wait, you have assets valued what? And they're good assets, and we want those assets. So we're gonna lend you money. Go and do what you want, travel the world. When you come back, you can't pay that bill. We taking your assets.
Which is what
House,
China is doing right
business.
now in Africa.
Well, yeah, but this is it. This is what I'm saying. But China is not going to give money to any and anybody just so because they ask for it. They will do a proper assessment on that country. And if you look, in most cases, if not all, it's all developing nations, third world nations, fourth world nations. If you want to say that.
George Gonzalez on the radio, real good friend of mine, grew up together. His father, George Gonzalez Sr., was a bailiff for Scotiabank and General Finance. And George used to tell me his Christmas starts Ash Wednesday. His Christmas is the 40 days of Lent, when all those people who spent car payment in drunken glory had to go and stand by a chain link fence and point to the chair, and that used to be weaker when they're walking up and down the road. And they don't get it, and there's nobody to tell them. There's nobody to say to them, you are being made a fool of. I am not saying do party. I'm not saying that at all. But I am saying that what we get for the cost in Carnival now is ridiculous and it's stupid. And people need to be able to apportion their income. And 90% of your income supposed to go towards debt, savings, and investments. That little 10% that you have left called entertainment. Spend that on Carnival. And if you cannot afford something that is an unnecessary, take a loan for medical reasons. You have no choice. Take a loan to pay for your house. You have no choice. But to take a loan to pay mass, to go vet.
Not only that, the costume lasting 2 days and that's it.
No, but you see again, you said something before is about the population not having the right information, not being taught correctly, as in how to conduct their lives. I mean, that is one big. Hey, hello. Yeah, actually, I know.
Hear it better?
No, actually, it go down, raise up a little bit.
Let me hear now.
Yeah, right there. That's it.
Find the sweet spot.
No, you threw me off there.
No, when I following the people on social media who guided me on that.
Right.
And I just realized all the headphone was high. Fully up.
Okay,
So I was just adjusting.
That's why we had it started.
Right.
That's why you're hearing all the static when Adelon Brave Boy was playing. How it's sounding now?
Songing alright, songing better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Everybody's saying audio good now. It was just these adjustments. You had to do a million things one time. But we don't figure this out. I mean, we're doing this a couple weeks now, a couple months now. And we started this in December.
Yeah.
We're doing this a couple months now. So we figured it out. Immediately the numbers jump on social media. So Janice, you could hook back up your audio and see what your people are saying. But Tony, go back to what you were saying, because the truth of the matter is we live in a world where we live in a country where the people of Trinidad and Tobago are not taking proper responsibility for the country.
Well,
they're not taking proper
they're being
responsibility.
brainwashed as well, man. They're not getting the proper information which allows them to make the proper decisions. And again, that's the part that the Progressive Empowerment Party has been playing for the last 2 years. And again, we've said it before, is why too mainstream media insists to not cover the party and its policies, because this is information that is educating the population.
If Hema Ramkissoon and Fazir Mohammed had me on their show, or members of the PEP, to talk plans, programs, policies and ideas for 5 days, it will damage the people.
Yeah, it would
damage them.
It
because I love to provoke them with talking about what the PNM and the UNC do wrong and how the system fails. Until they ask me what you will do. So then we explain to them how you secure the nation's borders to end the drug trafficking and the flow of guns and the human trafficking. And they sit down there and unless they are sycophants, if they have, and our policies are so easy to understand that they sit down there and they listen to it and the party supporter in them wants to challenge it, but the intelligent person inside of them says, but this damn thing making sense.
Yeah.
This is a fact. I have seen people. A man wrote me on Sunday. He tell me I can't use my name. Not now. He tell me, Philip, I was your biggest opponent. I was your biggest detractor. I would go in cocktail parties, and he does line where president, prime minister, chief justice, all of them there.
Yeah.
He said, I would ridicule what you was doing. He said, 2 years in, what you all have done, what I am seeing you doing, what you all are accomplishing with nothing. He said, I am now a supporter. I withdraw my rejection of you.
Wow. You see, they're waking up, they're waking up.
Yep.
They are waking up, the sycophants and all them and themselves waking up, because they're waking up one morning ready to spew filth, and with good sense prevailing, they're realizing they are shooting themselves in the foot, going against the policies of the party and what we are standing for as the first political organization to be standing for this and integrating the betterment and the well-being of the people within the policies that we are proposing. All right, there has not been that for the population of Trinidad and Tobago in its existence. It's its first time, and again I go back again and again and again. Mainstream media will do what it takes for the population not to be exposed to these policies. This is the main agenda, because again, like Philip says, if you question any member of the Progressive Empowerment Party where the policies are concerned, again, it's a no-brainer, and it's common sense in its most in the most simple form that you can find, that a regular man on the ground could understand. I mean, like Philip says, like securing our borders, you want to stop the guns, you want to stop the drugs, you want to stop the human trafficking. Let's create a virtual wall around Trinidad and Tobago. We have the plans, we have the initiations, the proposals, what we would like to use, the level of manpower, the cost factor involved, and the support factors that we would get from first world nations around the world to make this a reality. I mean, the point of the matter is, not the PNM or UNC has ever been in a position to be able to explain the mechanism of a proposal for the population, for them to understand, one, and two, implementing that proposal and having a success or the goal met at the end of the day or tenure. It has not happened in 57 years and going and going.
Yeah.
You understand? So the point of the matter is that our work is 10 times harder. Yes, because we had to go down on the ground right now.
That's
the
right.
ground and meet people one by one. One by one.
The greatest trick the devil ever played in Trinidad and Tobago is to convince people that it can't fix. And when we take this break to pay these bills, when we come back, we're going to address that misinformation and undo and redo that.
Yes, man.
More FM Limited, its owners and associates, accepts no responsibility for statements made by the talk show hosts or their guests. More FM Limited does not endorse any of the information provided during this commercially booked segment as the truth. That you have to judge for yourself. We, however, reserve the right to question statements made. But in this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and corruption, it is sometimes hard to get the truth. But we must try. It is not our intention to discriminate or annoy anyone. We believe it is our constitutional right to free speech, to voice our opinion, and our duty to the population and country to expose the truth. More FM Limited takes no responsibility for the opinions of others.
Terrific Thursday, 28th February 2019. Kaiserama, the Night of Champions, the National Calypso Monarch Finals, and the National Extempo Finals. Two big shows, one big stage, one big night. At the Grandstand Queen's Park Savannah, Kaiserama, the Night of Champions.
Campari, the journey, the anticipation, the connection. It all comes together in one moment of perfection. And when it's
Hey, Carnival Friday at Center of Excellence. Showtime 8 p.m. Over 20 massive chutney and soccer stars. Nadia Batson, Farman Appi, and Swappy. Headed by Raymond Ramnarine and Big Band Dylan Adan. Master Salim, K.I., Climax, Chutney Dancers, Master Drummers. Get your tickets now at ticketfederation.com. Racetrack Wheels, Aruka and Chase Village. Hearty Foods, Arima. Lashby Jewelers, San Fernando. Bobby's Bar, Curate. All NLCB outlets. Cost Cutters, Eldorado and Sangre Grande. Extra Food, Shaquanas, Grand Bazaar, Extra Plaza, and O'Mara Road in Arima. For more information, call 752-9911.
This is a paid political program on M104.7 FM.
And we are back inside
Yes.
Trinidad and Tobago. We are back. I am joined in studio. My name is Philip Edward Alexander. I am joined in studio with PEP Deputy Political Leader Anthony Defoe.
Morning.
And PRO Janice Lemon Creaky. We apologize for the social media audio problems that we were having this morning. If you were to witness when we come in the studio at 3-4 minutes to 9, the amount of work that we have to do to set up this social media broadcast between me and Janice, and how much rigs have to be rigged to make what looks so seamless. But we have to remember now, Janice, to check the volume settings
Right.
on the audio broadcast on the headphone rig.
Right.
That's where the noise and
It's
the
coming from.
distorted audio was coming from.
Okay. Now, before you start again, I would like to invite the business community to advertise on this show, which is growing into the #1 show in Trinidad and Tobago. Call 796-8172 and speak to Satish. That number again, 796-8172. Our rates are very competitive. Do not miss out on this great opportunity.
So getting back inside, and we're talking about this notion that people have that it can't fix. It always so. It was always so. You see, for you to be able, and this is where the PNM and the UNC facilitate each other. Because they will come into office and give contractors massive contracts to build nonsense that the people don't really need. It doesn't really impact life. Nothing that they do impacts life, because before you build an overpass at QREP,
Right.
solve the problem that causing the traffic first, so you will know the size of overpass you need.
Correct.
We are making a scale extric out of this country. We're making every road go as fast as you want, but you can't go fast, you'll get a ticket. But we're making it, and we're not paying attention to the causative agents of traffic.
Right.
The biggest problem in Trinidad and Tobago is that all of the government offices are centralized in Port of Spain.
Yeah.
200,000 people drive into Port of Spain every morning, drive out of Port of Spain every evening, and it is that moving mass of humanity that is the traffic.
That's right.
Now, I'm willing to bet at least 50% of what people go into government offices for can be done online.
I agree.
I am willing to bet that unless it requires an inspection, a physical bring the body, unless it requests, unless it requires licensing office to look inside the vehicle and make sure that the chassis number and the engine number is the same chassis number and the engine number on the certified copy. But even that could change if you have the right number of money. But forget that for now. Most of it could be done online.
Yeah. But look at Malaysia. I mean, my sister-in-law is from Malaysia, and she said that when she had to get her license renewed, she just had to go into a post office.
But Janice, when they give you a
And that's
driver's permit, it is for life unless cancelled. Understand
Unless
that?
cancelled, yes.
Unless they cancel it, it's for life. They just
Right.
want you to come in regularly and update it.
Yeah, update your picture and
But it's a revenue stream more than anything else. So
Correct,
fine,
it
take your
is.
revenue.
Correct.
But I'm saying to you, going into the post office is great, but post offices don't exist anymore. You're going to need to create a kind of quasi-government office as society changes over and goes digital, because we're going digital.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to be able to look into your phone the same way you take a selfie, and they will give you a frame, because you could go to the licensing office and say, I'd like to renew my driver's permit.
Right.
So they will ask for your driver's permit number. It comes up, the database search, there is nothing preventing you from renewing your permit. So the next page, you click next, and it brings up a frame, and it tells you fit your face in that frame. Now, people think that is impossible. Most of the iPhones being sold now, you turn it on with facial recognition,
Yes.
and you do facial recognition by following instructions on the phone. The phone tells you how to position the phone on your face
Right.
till it has all of the key features required to recognize your face. So it could guide you and advise you until you take the right picture for your driver's permit. And it could then ask you for your credit card information to pay for your driver's permit.
Right.
And that is done. And then it is dispatched to you through TT Post to your house.
Yeah.
Simple.
To your house.
Yeah, you ain't reach on the road yet.
Your driver's permit meet you home.
Yeah.
And that is just one thing.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes, you're absolutely correct.
That is just one thing. Unless they physically need to meet you, all those people who line up in the passport office, in legal affairs, to get their birth certificate, all of those things. You see, pretending that corruption could be solved because you have the people coming in person is nonsense. The corruption takes place in the back room behind the desk, and we all know it.
Yeah.
Because and it's shameful to say what I'm about to say. Most of us, at some point in our development as Trinbagonians, have been presented with an option of either pay the bribe or don't get what you want. Don't get what you came for.
Right.
I have an uncle, he needed to get heavy tea for his workers, and he had to pay the bribe or not get it. And he said to me, Philip, I support you, but the bribe, I had no choice. My business will close down without it. And I'm thinking that, and I said to him, I said, you know, we could either take the medicine now at this stage of the sickness or wait for it to get worse and deal with surgery. Trinidad and Tobago, and Trinidad and Tobago need to understand this. You can't step off the playfield and say, not my circus, not my monkeys, because it is.
Yeah.
The politics affects the value of the money in your pocket.
That's
That's
right.
right. Yeah.
That's right.
What you get for your labor. A Trinidadian swinging a pickaxe in New York City gets $13 an hour. What is that in?
No, not 13. It's actually $14.70.
Oh, so let's say 15 US. Let's say 15 US an hour.
Right.
What is that in TT by 7?
That-
7 5 is $35. That's $105 an hour.
Yeah.
That's
You listen to it,
$105 an hour. That means the URP's pickaxe swinger that working for $15 an hour here.
TT, yeah?
Right. So if you work for 10 hours in Trinidad, you make $150.
Yeah.
And if you do the exact same labor in America, you make $1,050.
Yeah.
10 times almost.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Eh?
So the labor, and you have to base the value of your money.
That is it
because
right there.
It's labor.
That's right.
Yes.
If people don't understand this, are going to mash up any preconceived notions you ever had. Everything from a Mercedes-Benz, the space shuttle, the Hubble telescope, the most advanced piece of technology you will ever see came out of the ground. Just add labor. That's all it was.
Yeah.
That's right.
The most advanced lens that they sent up with the space shuttle to mount on the Hubble was sand.
Yeah.
That was ground.
Yeah, correct.
That they were doing in Athens 5,000 years ago when they invented the first lighthouse.
Yeah.
Nothing changed. It's not magic. We're not conjuring it from the fifth dimension.
This is it.
Everything must be based on one thing: labor.
Labor. What you quantify that labor to be.
Yeah.
Labor.
Right? What you
Labor.
quantify that labor to be.
Labor. So now let's look at this. You're a pickaxe swinger in Trinidad, and you're making, let's say, $150 for the day. We're using round numbers, so we say 10 hours, but it's really 7 or 8, but let's say 10.
Right.
So you're making $150, you're swinging the same pickaxe in New York City, you're making $1,050. Cool. So you have less money for the same labor in Trinidad than in New York. In New York, you get hungry and you go and eat McDonald's.
You could get a dollar deal.
you could get a burger, a fries, and a Coke for $2.99.
Yeah.
Out of your, so that is the 1,050 is $30. So let's put that in $30, $21.
Right.
In Trinidad and Tobago, you can get the burger alone for $21, and you made $150. Tony just said they could get dollar deals. There is literally food that you could buy in America for $1.
Right at McDonald's, they have the dollar. They have a dollar deal. They have a dollar deal. They get a micro soda and a little thing of fries and
1 day's work in New York City
Yeah.
could buy you almost a month's worth of groceries.
Yes.
Yes.
It can.
They have shows
Prices are
in
reasonable.
America where you could clip coupons. They have people.
Coupons, yeah.
They have people who do extreme couponing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you go to the grocery
But for
and you
that-
reach the trolley. You reach the cash register with 9 trolley, and you only have coupons. And when you're done, your bill is $3.
Yes.
Bro.
And they have people that take you home by them, or they take you to the basement, and they have 900 deodorant.
Watch me.
Tell me now you're gonna tell
Watch me. The first time when I first got to New York and I did groceries the first time, I like a backside. I feeling to myself because the woman tell me $15, but I have about 10 bags of groceries, 10 bags behind me, and I saying, but this woman sure she right, boy. So
I rubbing them. You're not thinking I'm gonna reach in the car park. Hey, you!
Hey, I'm telling you that
Security.
that's how I felt. I said, well, and I didn't want it. I said, well, boy, here we're going. Well, she is saying that night going around bags, and I'm scared. I'm thinking, well,
And you know
exactly
you
that.
Know, you know the cashiers do. The cashiers do. You reach there with something is $9, and the cashier say, "There's a coupon on this today." You know.
Yes.
You get it for $2.99.
Yes.
They have to tell you.
Yes.
Because you could come back and say, you know, you were supposed to tell me there was a coupon. The
Boy,
store
you
next door
making
tell me there was a coupon. Them lose my business. You lose my business. The boss will come and fire you because you can't lose a customer.
That's
Customer is gold. Now I want them to explain it. They're outside there right now. You push out some economists. I'm not joking. When you listen to them talk, you ask them questions. They all over the place. A man post on Facebook yesterday, I swear. I'm not lying. I was about to tell you, a man post on Facebook. And I almost said, this is it. If we this stupid, what's the point?
It's true.
It's not that they don't have the information. I mean, the information is there, but if you can't learn, what's the point? A man posts on Facebook. Remind me what we were talking about. I'll come back to that. But I want to make an example. This man posts on Facebook. I just woke up on a flat earth. So he intrigued me. Because he said, if the sun is the source of light, how come earth light but space dark? Now, and he attracted people disagreeing with him. Somebody posts light bulb moment. Now, the words I wanted to use are not polite enough for radio.
Right.
Because John Prince will leave the tat office and come here. But I wanted to say, Mokum flowers. You cannot see light. You see the reflection of light unless you look at the source of the light. It is the equivalent of going outside in the dark with a flashlight bulb and asking, how come the neighbor house I light up to? You understand what I'm trying to say? Light travels. Light travels. And that they have people that I'm wondering if we are capable of thinking past our problems, if we so easily fooled.
That's true.
If science, now we putting out economists that have no understanding of what I just told Trinidad and Tobago, that all jobs, all professions built on labor. The actual definition of salary is exchanging labor for money.
That's right.
That's the definition. It's actually exchanging labor for salt. Because salary came from the word salt. The first thing you used to pay with was salt bricks.
Right.
But exchanging labor for money and getting people to understand that the value of your labor is what you're supposed to walk in the grocery with.
That's right.
These pieces of paper I'm giving to you, this is my pickaxe swinging.
Right.
The next man come and say, this is my ophthalmology. You understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Yeah.
It is reflective of your labor.
Right.
But what you are selling, what you are eating on, is your labor.
Right.
We in Trinidad and Tobago pretend that it can't get better. if we only understood that the price they're selling the cloth for in a boutique has to match the labor disparity in Trinidad and Tobago as the same equation in New York City, because both of them importing it from the same China. So if it's $1 US in New York City and it is $10 US in Trinidad, something wrong. Because if both bowls of cloth come from the same factory in China, how come ours 10 times more expensive? How come you could watch a car, people ask me all the time, 22,000 US and it reach in Trinidad 500,000 TT?
Yeah. But look, Philip, when I moved back here, I was coming down with a car.
The economists tell you taxes.
And bro,
they pay taxes too.
In the duties and taxes I had, it was almost the cost that I paid for it already. I was saying, why am I paying for this car 2 times over just to bring it into the country? Send it back. Send it back. Send it back.
It's better you buy a car here.
But that's what I had to do. Right? And I still end up spending, a fraction of what they wanted to charge me, because they wanted to charge on per cc a 4.0 engine. I mean, you're talking about, I think it's $10.99 per cc they were.
But forget all those confusing items. I want to come back to this point, because if you think you're not into politics, that is not my circus, them is not my monkeys. But what the monkeys do in the circus affects how you live.
That is it.
Your labor could buy Wagyu beef in New York. That is beef that is lovingly reared. They don't stress at all. You see that? These cows get massages. Fed well. Janice, you're laughing.
Extremely tender.
Janice, you're laughing. Check it.
Lord.
These cows get, they almost get yoga.
But then you wouldn't kill it. I mean, come on.
But up till it dead, it have a good life.
Oh my God.
It's not like when you're buying bacon. The pig grow up in a cage, that the cage don't change till they slaughter the pig, It don't get to move. It's most heinous thing to watch, and it's make me bacon. The day I give up bacon, I done because bacon, boy, I hate onions. I hate onions. But if you wrap onions with bacon, I will probably eat it. Anyway.
Sorry.
If your labor in New York could buy gold, but your labor in Trinidad can't buy silver, and it's the same labor, the country is being mismanaged. Now, don't tell me this is New York, this is Trinidad. True. Trinidad has more natural resources than New York.
Exactly.
Trinidad is more fortuitously located. We have more opportunities to earn far more money than New York City ever could. And the day that you understood that is when you will get vexed.
That's right.
Because it's not that we not New York. It's that we should be better than New York. And the fact that we don't understand that, because you know what we telling ourselves? Not my circus, not my monkeys. I'm not into politics. Well, I want all of y'all who not into politics to hear me well. Politics into you. Politics in your tea and tech bill. Every time they tell you, well, it's time to raise. Raise what? What are we paying and what are we getting for what we paying is important to the conversation. I don't give a fly's fart in a hurricane about David Abdullah and the rest of these mocking pretenders that TV6 and CNC3 just trot out in front of the camera to bullshit the people. I want you to be able to hear me well. It is all highly paid lies. It is misinformation. It is nonsense. Let's talk fact. If you could swing a pickaxe in New York City for 15 US an hour, and swing a pickaxe in Trinidad for 15 TT an hour, what is the problem? The pickaxe, the location, or the government? And if what you could buy for your pickaxe swinging in New York City is 10 times more valuable than you could buy for your pickaxe swinging in Trinidad, what is to blame? Not the government. Mismanagement of the country. When you hear it like this, break it down.
That's the thing, you gotta break it down.
I preach in McDonald's economics, but preach KFC economics. Hours work in Trinidad and Tobago could buy a kid's meal if you borrow $1 from your friend.
All right.
Hours work in New York City could buy a bucket of chicken.
Right.
Same work,
Same work.
The work is the same work.
Very
The pickaxe is the same pickaxe. The grung is the same grung. Nothing different. If you let's stop talking pickaxe. Let's talk stitching. You're stitching jeans, you're making clothes, you're working in a factory. Let's talk fitting screens in a phone. If you're working in New York City, you're working in Toronto, fitting screens, slapping them together. Take one from box A, one from box B, fit them together this way, send them forward. That's how the assembly line works.
Right.
Henry Ford invented the assembly line, and that's how it works. And you could train a monkey to do it. You can literally train a monkey to pick something from box A and box B, stick them together and send it forward. Robots are doing it now. Just now,
Yes.
Yeah.
human
That's
labor
right.
and those things may not matter.
That's right.
But the point is, you cannot not be into politics if politics dictates these things.
Yeah.
If politics dictates the price you pay for gas, if politics dictates the jobs that exist in this country, Janice, the government's first job has to be jobs.
That's right.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
Because no matter what you do well in this country,
Employ the people.
taxation and legislation is the way you operate a country.
Yeah.
That's all you can do. Everything else that they tell you.
Employ the
all
people.
the posing, all the box with the dirt and the shovel and the 19 of them looking like they're busy and they have more degrees than a thermometer. Legislation and taxation are the two rails how you operate a country.
Yeah.
Because what are you operating in the country but the people?
Yeah.
Social development and management is the most important ministry in any country, because all legislation, all taxation, all education, all national security, all of it have to do with people.
Yeah.
If there were no people in the country, there would be no country to govern.
Correct.
All that you do in the parliament has to do with managing people.
Employ the people and make the dollar have value.
So let's
worth.
talk this. The government's job must be jobs. Don't tell me the most important issue is crime. Hey, I don't know what she's talking about. She could blink till she eyelashes fall off. She don't know what she's talking about. Because with enough jobs in the society, crime will go away.
True.
With
But
enough chances
that is the
and
driving
hope and
force.
opportunity, crime will go away. But if you're telling a man that his choices are swing a baton for Mikey Abood in amalgamated security for minimum wage, or take a chance driving this car and park up outside while we run inside to put on a walk and you can get $2,000, know where they're going to go, because those people, and what Mikey Abood and the rest of us have to understand is, all of our lives, all of our family, all of our children, all of our elders have the same needs.
That's right.
What you want for yours, I want for mine.
Mine.
When Sting wrote about the Cold War, that humanity could never end if the Russians loved their children too. And that made so much sense, because it broke it down.
Yeah.
We are all people. You want your children at the end of the day to not go to bed hungry.
That's
Yeah.
right.
You don't want rain falling through the roof and wetting the bed. You want mosquito biting them. You can't afford cockset. You can't. Listen, the government's job is the well-being of the people.
People.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes.
It is an indictment against government. It is the manifest failure of government that so many of our people live in poverty, that so many of our people cannot advance themselves. I tell Trinidad and Tobago this: Mova, Beatam, Lavantil, and Silots, you give me whatever you think is the community in this country that can fix. Give me 5 years. Give me 5 years in that community and I will show you. Do you know that there are people, and this is why I can't join with no other political party. I have listened to people in politics say, boy, we are going to kill off a whole generation. No, serious, you know.
Imagine that.
Forget this generation, why mash up, go for the next generation and train them. That is the madness.
Yeah.
And these are educated people.
Yeah.
These are people that went big school, you know.
That's right.
But
I make a joke, they have more degree than a thermometer.
Yeah.
Janice, I tell you something. When the Berlin Wall came down,
Yes.
people left East Berlin with literally just the clothes on their back,
That's right.
with hope that they will find a way. You just you pick the most broken, and I will take you walking waterhole in Cocorite, and it will shame you that this is Trinidad. I mean, come and see how these people live.
Yeah.
It will shame you that this is Trinidad. And I tell you, 5 years of proper leadership and management in Waterhole, and those people, the next generation,
is doctors, lawyers, engineers. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that the average person, boss, all I know how to do is pick up a shovel, stick it in the sand, throw the sand in the barrow. I promise you, give me a year, 2 years with that person, and they already, even if it's a C-class IT operative, they've learned how to manage and how to handle. Give me a chance with them. We've reduced our people. We've done that to them. Without an education, Keith Rowley parking cars outside Zen.
True.
Without an education, Keith Rowley have a pickaxe swinging on a job site in Mason Hall.
Very true.
The ability to earn and to take care of yourself and your family. That is the reason and purpose of government. That's the whole kit and the caboodle. When that jackass said, wean yourself off of government, it demonstrated a fundamental lack of understanding of the very job he was doing.
That's right.
If you hire a man and don't give him a job description, when you jump in a taxi, you don't expect him in front of there to turn on a blender and make you a smoothie. You expect him to drive you somewhere.
Yeah.
When
Take
you
it to
get
your
on a
destination.
plane, when you get on a plane, you're not expecting to see doctors and nurses and surgery suites. You're expecting to be traveling.
That's right.
If you don't understand the job that you're doing, Keith Rowley, then, oh Christ.
Fire yourself now.
Jesus Christ.
Give somebody else a chance.
Just fire yourself. Oh gosh.
We're joined in studio.
Hey,
this
boss
morning
lady,
by Chairman of the Progressive Empowerment Party, Felicia Holder.
So, good morning. I just passing through this morning. You all don't have me for long. I just came to say, again, thank you to everybody who made Saturday's PEP market such a success. All of the vendors. I have your names, I have your businesses, and trust me, you guys are definitely people we want to work with in the near future. I'm already in discussions with the team about our next PEP market, so definitely look out for that. All of the people who missed the first one and said, get me in, book me for the second, third, fourth, your spot is booked with the Progressive Empowerment Party.
Yeah, listen. A guy came and he was there because he came to talk. You know, everywhere I go, Janice, I didn't tell all of this. People come to the PEP market and invite me to an impromptu meeting to talk about PEP joining up with this one. And all my tiredness Saturday night, I had to go and do a live video and tell them, we not in the joining business. Or they can join PEP.
Sure.
Agreed.
Join. Man, tell me we have a treasure chest. Bring it. Bring it.
Bring the chest.
Bring the chest. Bet on something that have a chance of working.
Yeah.
This same party with media money, PNM and UNC
Done.
renting out Rienzi and Banzi House. What was done as that PEP market was an example of what a caring political party does for its members.
That's right.
The PEP market was created on the premise that too many of our people are unemployed. So let us give them an opportunity to earn some money. What that became, what Felicia and Chrissy and the team and Lema and the team did, what that became in Lion Civic Center on Saturday was wow.
Yeah.
And we're doing our next one next
Second to none.
Yes.
Second to
I'm
none.
looking at the 6th of April, the week after March. That gives us roughly 39 days to plan and execute this PEP market. I'm already speaking to our overseas teams who want to be represented. They want to have their
Toronto
own table.
and New York
Toronto,
and Florida.
New York, Florida. They want their
I mean,
own
Simon
table.
and Chelsea. They want their own table. They were supposed to get a table. This one, I like that idea. Simon and Chelsea in England, come on, get all their act together, reach out to Jacinta. But the truth of the matter is, watching people by the craft of their hands make money makes the point we're trying to make today.
Exactly.
Government's job is to make sure that the people are earning. Don't mind me.
Yeah.
Don't give me URP, don't give me CPEP, don't give me OJT. Keep your whole alphabet.
Yeah. Yeah. Empower me.
Give me hope.
Yes.
That's right.
Give me opportunity.
Yes.
Give me that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And get out my way.
Yes, man. How are we seeing right
If you give the young people a chance to sniff information technology in this country in a generation, Trinidad and Tobago playing big on the world stage, we have naturally creative and talented people that have been
Yes, we do.
stifled.
Yes.
We do.
Correct.
Janice, we
correct.
stifle them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, I saw some stuff there on Saturday, and I tell you, I was amazed. I didn't even know we had those kinds of products, and it's all organic and being made by the people here.
They want China tongues drunk on the avenue, whining low.
Yes,
not
man.
you, Tony. Don't worry.
Anyway, guys, like I said, I just passed through to say thank you to all of the vendors, all of the supporters, everybody who put their effort into making this event a success. Yesterday, I was writing a note. It turned into an essay because there was so many people.
I know. I was looking to turn the page.
Yeah, you have to turn pages. So many people who contributed to Janice with the ad, Tony, that eye testing that day. Mommy missed it. She came and I said, Mommy.
Tell Mommy, don't worry. We have
Mommy,
she taking care of,
you know. Yeah, so she'll be definitely there the next one earlier so she can get her eye tested. And again, thank you very much to you, Philip.
To the team. No, but listen, I mean, the people
everybody came together well, man.
Hope is bubbling out of the people. Last night I posted on Facebook, I called a man to quote for an air conditioner in the South office. The man, instead of giving me a quote, donate the air conditioner.
I want that money, man.
But you can't, you see. And I promised him, I said, we will go out of our way now to publicize you and get you business. He said, Philip, you wouldn't believe, that will hurt me. Because they will victimize me.
Correct.
They will use their political power to damage my business because I help you.
Yeah. That's right.
So I will help you out of belief in a better Trinidad and Tobago, but you can't pay me back.
That's right.
The next man texted me this morning, good morning, I can't fully sponsor any work for PEP, but I can do networking and CCTV supply and installation. I'm not so big in the business, but the equipment I use top of the line. And when you see people, and is not the deep pockets trillionaire financiers that reach out.
Regular man.
It's the average person. But it is those people that built this country. It is those people that built this country. And the rest of them, with a white collar banditry, could... Anyway. It is the small man. It is the average loving Trinbagonian that will rebuild this country.
That's right.
You say that, and those are the people that the Progressive Empowerment Party is attracting.
That's who we represent.
That's
who we represent.
99%.
The criminals stay back. Bad talk me wherever you want to go. Go Maracas Beach, drinking your Johnny Walker Blue. Bad talk me, I have no problem with you. Just light candle in your closest church and pray. I don't see power. Because I know what you do to pay for the Johnny Walker Blue. The country needs leadership that proves when Paulo could call up Cedric Burke name 5 times in his article this morning. Paulo. They have other criminals in this country that you're not so brave. And I called you out last week and I say, you could say that about Cedric Burke. And you could say what you want about him because Cedric don't sponsor you and Narissa Mandel and all your little TV shows. You understand? I see you a mile away. You're saying you want a better Trinidad and Tobago. All you who want a better Trinidad and Tobago, show up now. Now is the time. There's a real political vehicle. There are people in this party who will bring justice to this country, will undo and redo the madness of the criminality that is Trinidad and Tobago. Don't just sit on the sideline pelting stone at people. You want a better country? Stand up now.
Stand up. Right. Yep. Stand up and open up your mouth.
Stand up now. You don't like
Let's own it, Trinidad and Tobago.
Emotional intelligence means we could work together to fix Trinidad and Tobago. I didn't set out for job, contract, salary, blue lights, nothing. I don't need this. I am here like you, like Tony, like Janice, like Felicia, like many others. Like the growing throng that is the Orange Army. We want a better Trinidad and Tobago for everybody. That is all. If what I want for my children, I want for other people's children, my children will be safe. Your child ought to rob mine.
That's right.
Exactly.
It's selfish. I want to make sure that you're so happy that you don't have to inconvenience me. My motive's selfish. I want a better Trinidad and Tobago. I want to make sure that you have no reason to be so upset that you walking around angry because you just drop in a hole and break your axle and you don't have the money and you're driving this as a private taxi and now you had to go to the man and you can't pay the bill and your wife go leave you and it's all of this for a simple and stupid. We live in a country. We posted something the other day. More than half of the people in this country go to a healthcare center and they get them a prescription and they throw it away. Because they can't fill the prescription. They don't have the money. They don't have the money.
It's so true.
So they go into the health center just to find out what's wrong. And they're asking you, what else I could do? You had to take this medicine, okay. But you want to know about dew and draft and rain and lie down and sleep? Janice, I think you're having a little tiny problem in the back.
Fellas, I'm leaving y'all now. Have a great day. And I will be listening as I drive on my way.
Nice.
To do my hair.
Boss lady in and out.
In and out.
So wait now. But I should be going to do my hair too.
We had to do on it.
Okay, I'll weave.
Yes.
Janice, that's you should. We had to create something for Janice. You know, she needs something. I don't know.
Jan, pressure in the place,
with that mount.
Pressure,
Anyway,
pressure.
And that was really nice of Felicia to join us. But I want to come back and tell you something. All of you outside there, I keep referring to people. This country is so talented. We have a woman in Trinidad and Tobago who taught herself cake decorating and went France and took part in the pastry Olympics and beat them.
Imagine that.
Come back with the gold medal. Trinidad, you know, they have a little bakery in Chaguanas named Bakery Treats that is operated by a woman named Michelle Sohan. And to the French, Michelle is the best in the world. When you go on her page and you see these people from Switzerland and Sweden and Finland, they talk to Michelle Sohan like she is royalty. And in the pastry world, she is. In the cake decorating world, Michelle Sohan is Usain Bolt.
Yes.
She is Brian Lara. She is Ronaldinho. She's the best in the world.
And what is her position as far as getting the kind of assistance?
I talk about the Siblal sisters, pretty little Indian girls. They used to use them, Angostura du Maurier, send them in party in tight clothes, promote for we, promoter girls. That's the best they could get. They get her out. They get a chance to leave Trinidad and Tobago. Verena Siblal is a published author of children's books. Venetia Siblal is a criminologist. In her last exam, she came first in the world.
Wow.
In Trinidad, confined to being a promoter girl. They pigeonhole you. Business in this country that have access to government largest look at you and pigeonhole you. They marginalize you. What can I use you for? What could I saddle and bridle and ride your back for? How could you make my life better? That's how they work. That's how they operate. We don't have a real country. We have a Trinidad and Tobago that is manipulated by those who have power and money.
Yeah, very true. Very true. Bills?
Not yet.
Okay.
Don't worry. I'll let you know.
No, but it's sad.
It's very sad.
And to the people,
sad. And it has reached this point after 56 years.
If you still, this morning, PNM and UNC, I want to tell you something, not voting is not an option. But if you still PNM and UNC this morning, you realize that neither works. Neither has ever worked.
57 years.
Government's first job is jobs.
40 people.
You must say, this must be your policy. You see, I tell Trinidad and Tobago, the Progressive Empowerment Party, we don't have a crime plan, you know. We have a crime management program. But you attack all the drivers that cause crime, and crime will dry up in society on its own. And that's how it's supposed to be.
Right.
Jobs, home ownership, affordable living.
That's right.
Education that leaves no child behind.
Correct.
Public health that takes care of all our people. Listen, in Germany, in Switzerland, you get sick, they pay you, you know, 8 months. No problem. Because one, good employees hard to get, and two, they've invested in you.
That's right.
And they want you back. So they have, and that's why they're talking maternity leave and paternity leave. The mother got 3 months, the father got 3 months. And everybody come back happy, the child well adjusted and happy, everybody living well. Let's make sure that we're not overworking our people, a 4-day work week, everybody happy. Because you don't want a society where people driving around frustrated, walking through the country looking for a hustle, and that hustle will
and even
put a
though
gun in their hand.
even though you figure that you have less hours working, the level of productivity within within those hours, the point is that on a regular work week, which we normally would categorize as a 40-hour work week, you would see greater levels of efficiency and productivity.
Yep.
Right? With a shorter work week, the people are more happier, the morale is much greater, right? And this is the whole thing, is that no one is taking the time to actually look at the environment that we're in, literally as the citizenry, how we are operating within this environment. I talk all the time, every time we come on this blasted show, is I have to spend an hour and a half in traffic, which is a 15-20 minute drive.
Agree what Branson said? Branson from Virgin. Branson said the most important people is not the customer. The most important people is your employees. If you treat your employees well, your employees will treat the customers well, and everybody will do well.
Correct.
The company will prosper. Yeah?
Yeah.
That's what he said, and that's a fact.
But unfortunately, we don't seem to have anyone capable of, doing what he says, or following up on that recommendation. It's all about the profits.
We have, in this country, we have high commissioners and ambassadors all over the world, and I don't know what their job is. Because we used to have ambassadors and high commissioners when you needed to be in contact, world leaders needed to be in contact with each other. So you need to mail and have a foreign office and all this bacchanal. But now we live in a time of instant connectivity where the President of the United States of America could literally call Rowley on FaceTime, on Skype. Kitos, what's going on down there?
What's wrong with you?
You're talking a bag of
And
crocus
Trump and
bag of
Putin doing
nonsense.
it all the time.
Correct. So we live in a time of interconnectivity. So you don't need the ambassador from Germany talking to the ambassador of America on behalf of the president and the Kaiser, because they talk to each other directly now.
That's right.
So you no longer need embassies for that. So you can repurpose, if you want to keep those jobs for the boys, give them a new job description.
That's right.
As ambassador of Trinidad and Tobago, you have 2 jobs. Sell Trinidad business to the world and encourage foreign direct investment that creates jobs in Trinidad.
That's right.
Don't bring no robot factory. We don't need that.
Yeah.
We need jobs.
For
That's
our
what we
people.
need, jobs. They have 1.4 million people in Trinidad and Tobago. There must be 1.5 million jobs. People must be able to say, I want to look for the career that suits my skill sets, that suits the things that drive and propel me forward. We want those things. So that jobs should be the most important thing in the society to the government. And Mr. Prime Minister Keith Rowley, if you're not talking jobs, it proves to me you don't understand your own job. Let's take a break.
FM Limited, its owners and associates, accepts no responsibility for statements made by the talk show hosts or their guests. More FM Limited does not endorse any of the information provided during this commercially booked segment as the truth. That you have to judge for yourself. We, however, reserve the right to question statements made. But in this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and corruption, it is sometimes hard to get the truth. But we must try. It is not our intention to discriminate or annoy anyone. We believe it is our constitutional right to free speech, to voice our opinion, and our duty to the population and country to expose the truth. More FM Limited takes no responsibility for the opinions of others.
This is a serious problem in Trinidad. What is diabetes?
There are 2 forms. Diabetes type 1, when your body stops producing insulin. Type 2 diabetes is a result of poor lifestyle. Type 2 diabetes is associated with being overweight, having high blood pressure, at higher risk for heart disease. It is a very serious problem.
Do not wait until it's too late. Let Omega XL be the first step in the right direction.
Get your Omega XL today. Live long, stay strong with Omega XL.
When it was
was younger, we used to sweat on the Baba Green. But now you get sweat anytime you step out on the Baba Green. Is a murder scene, Baba Green red now. Tainted with the blood of my peers. Tattooed teardrops on some of my peers. Fellas I grew up with no longer my peers. Them men magicians now. Threatening to make me disappear if I only disappear. They say don't be a girl boy, grow up here. But how could I not protect this community as I grow up here? I have to keep my family safe. So for my family's sake, I making that call.
Make the right call. The call that can change it all. Call Crime Stoppers at 800-TIPS. Your call is safe, anonymous, and powerful. Be a Crime Stopper.
The luxurious Celebia Nature Resort on Carnival Thursday. Tickets are going very fast, so hurry and get your $200 general and $600 foreigners VIP tickets. Get them now from all Lotto Boots, Cinnamon and Trucks, Angry Grande, Daryl's Famous Food, formerly Jobs Fried Chicken, Arima, Valencia, and Grande.
That's International and Cache, Dream City Mall,
Bobby's Curab,
Hangout Bar Valencia,
Pro Sports Bar, Malabar,
and at the venue, the Celebia Nature Resort and Spa.
Online at ticketfederation.com. Also, for the first time, the people of Togo can call Mr. Famous for the special $150 Togo tickets while stocks last.
For more info, call 752-9911,
298-4600, or Mr. Famous at 386-7402. The world is coming to Stranded by the Pool. The only question is, where will you be? The luxurious Celebia Nature Resort on Carnival Thursday, the swimwear edition.
Carnival Thursday,
February 28th, 2019. More 104.7 FM, the official station for Stranded by the Pool.
This is a paid political program on M104.7 FM.
And we are back inside Trinidad and Tobago, and I think that now is a good time to start opening the phone lines. So 628-9595, 628-3131. And if you want to call in and weigh in on the conversation that we're having today, feel free. Just do me a favor when you call in, make sure that the audio device that you're listening to us on in the background is lowered so that you don't give us feedback. And also bear in mind that others also want to call, so try and limit yourself a little bit. Yeah, 628-9595, 628-3131. Yep. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. We're not getting a call there. 628-9595, 628-3131. Hello. All right, we'll turn off the call. 628-9595, 628-3131. I don't know if Chaz is listening. If Chaz could come back into the studio and give us a little help out with this issue here we're having with the calls on the board. 628-9595, 628-3131. Yeah, Janice, that phone off the hook might be causing a problem.
What phone?
628-95.
I don't hear nothing on my headset.
Answer the phones now. 628-9595, 628-3131. That is a dead call. 628. Sorry about the problems we're having with the technical difficulties. We apologize, Trinidad and Tobago. 628-9595, 628-3131. Yeah, well, while we're waiting, we're trying to sort it out. 628-95. All right. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Hi, good morning. Sorry, apologies.
All I want to say thanks for the information and plenty things I learned this morning. And I'm 60 years. Anything I learned this morning, I never know it before because nobody ever educated us.
Well, I think that's the problem, I call it, that the education system in the country is really, really crap, that nothing that we are taught, that we are not given a chance at. We're not given a chance to learn, to understand how the thing's supposed to work.
And you prove to me that this country is easy to govern.
It is absolutely easy to govern.
It is.
It's absolutely easy to govern.
Just have to be honest and truthful and love the nation. And I check on the Calypso. Something wrong with this Calypso this year.
Yeah.
But then, I'll pray for you all.
Thanks.
I am your side. I'll come and register soon. I had no intention of voting, but I think I'm changing my mind. You make me change my mind.
You had to have intention to vote. Everybody, all Trinidadians.
I had no intention of voting.
He said he had no intention of voting, but he is going to vote now.
No,
I appreciate that.
So you all take care of yourself and reach home safe after.
Caller, what constituency you calling from?
I calling from Bonnier West.
Bonnier, east side.
Yeah.
We coming up on that side in the next about 6 weeks, Philip?
23rd of March.
23rd of March. The East Hub office is on Tumpuna Road. Yes. So that is coming your way very, very soon.
Well, we open on 23rd of March in Barataria. 6 weeks from that, we opening in
Tumpuna, right?
Yes, so thanks a lot for that caller.
So we coming your way. Don't worry.
Great love and respect.
I'll come and make myself known.
Yes, man. It's important
come and
that
make yourself known in Barataria on the 23rd.
I'm calling on WhatsApp and everything. I'm on WhatsApp and everything.
Yes.
Nice.
Send a message, man. In fact, you can take my number too, 688-4012.
What's your number having?
Nice.
Beautiful.
628-9595. Thank you.
You too, man.
Take care.
628-9595, 628-3131. Hello, good morning.
Morning, caller.
Yes, hello, good morning.
Where are you going, sir?
Not too bad. Your program is very interesting. I'm a foreigner and I live here. I have been living here for many years, since I left Canada.
Okay.
I want to say something. I would like to, I think I've got your number, 638-4012.
688-4012.
If that's your number, I'd like to meet with you because my contribution is too lengthy for this morning.
I would love to meet with you.
And there is a saying, in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. Think about it. Have a good day. Bye.
You too. And that number is 688-4012. 688-4012. That's my line.
And there's a special shout out to all the people who like to bring cassava pudding and bread pudding and things first.
Yo, gosh,
and I want to know, listen, you could say what you like. These are the important people. The people who just bring the biscuits, the little cake and thing. We love you very much.
We do love you.
Thank you very much.
I have to say that. Yes.
We ate on Saturday till we couldn't move. Janice, we take that call. 628-9595. 628-3131. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing there?
I'm blind, right? And in front of my house, there's two big holes. And I found one of those holes the other day. Damaged my knees. I'm diabetic. I've got a disabled child in my hand here too.
God.
I tried calling the borough. Nobody's taking me on at all.
Call where you calling from? Call where you calling from?
Enterprise, Boram Street Enterprise.
Central.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, right. So I want to ask you a question. You have the ability to take a phone number to make a call off air?
Yes, I do.
Could you take this number? We need this information from you so that we could come.
688-4012?
Yeah, I want to be able to come to your house. I want to see.
Sure, I want you to come. Because we have Simmons in hall.
All right,
get in the bar.
My name is Philip Edward Alexander. I will come to you, talk to Tony. Tony will make a plan with you, and I will come to your house, and we will make video of what you're dealing with, and shame and embarrass these office holders who getting paid.
They're supposed to be embarrassed. So God, please.
I am very sorry. I apologize.
Friday,
I apologize.
I come to the borough. She said, what she told me? She said, "What you know for the hole again?" She said, what she hold? I can't see. I know you say, but trying to fall inside the hole again,
Oh my God, caller, I am.
But it's right inside, in front of my house, right in front.
Aghast. I am totally mortified that is what you are living. I apologize on behalf of Trinidad and Tobago. We will come and
my son is CPN. He can't walk and so good.
Call Tony. We will come and take a look, and we will see what we can do to assist. All right.
Please, thank you so much.
Have a good day, my friend. Thanks for calling.
And just to let Trinidad and Tobago know, there's been such an overwhelming number of calls we've been receiving. Even though you may call the number and you get the message book full, if you're on WhatsApp, send me a message via WhatsApp, and we would be able to get in contact with you and make the link. All right, but it's very important that we be in contact with the population at large and know what exactly is happening with you.
628-9595, 628-3131. If you would like to weigh in on the conversation or to raise any issues that are affecting you personally, you could feel free to call in to us today on 104.7. This is the week before Carnival, so I think a lot of people are calling on the
morning caller.
Hi, good morning.
How are you doing there?
I'm here. I came and I was listening to your program.
Nice.
I didn't get the gentleman's name again. What's his name?
Which one of the gentlemen? There are two very sexy gentlemen in the studio.
The one who does the video.
Philip Edward Alexander.
Mr. Alexander. Yes. I caught him a couple of times on Facebook and stuff. But I don't live here. I'm here for Carnival.
So,
but I'm glad I'm getting to speak with you.
Nice.
Nice.
I've been living out of the country for over 40 years. I left here when I was 15. But
so is that Trini?
I am 101%. I love my country.
Lovely.
I am a person, you can't talk bad about Trinidad. But
we need to fix it.
I live in Mova. I love Mova.
We need to fix it so you can come home.
I come home. I don't make nothing. It's not going to deter me in my country.
No, I mean come back home and live home.
I am. That's my thing.
That's your plan. Yeah.
That's my plan. But I live in Mova. We set up a little group. We do things for the children in the village. We even planning, one of the residents even planning our own juve for the kids in the village.
Nice.
For carnival. But you talk a good talk, Mr. Alexander. And most politicians, you know what? That's what they do, right? But I am so like, the things you talk, it enticed me. But are you reaching out to the people, really?
Yes, we
as much as we can. Saturday we had a market. We on the ground. I mean, every week we have something happening. Every day you see my live videos. So you know that Tony does live videos, Janice does live videos. The party works overtime. But at the end of the day, it comes down to money to pay for media because we're suffering a media blackout. They hide in this truth. They want the people of Mova to live lives of quiet desperation.
And you know how people talk Mova, Lavante, Mova, it's bad, it is. But I'm a kind of person that's not going to deter me. But
ma'am, everybody in the country knows that Lavantel and Mova is the best real estate in Trinidad and Tobago. They could have found a way to move all this, so they could have built a new West Morins. They move all that tomorrow. Lavantel means the window. And it is the breeze that comes into Lavantel Hill that makes it so beautiful on the view. Anyway, caller, thanks a lot for hearing from you.
Caller, touch base with me if you could now,
and
please.
Message me on Facebook.
What do you say?
Could you call me or message me, please?
What's your...
It's 688-4012.
688. I think, I'll do that. 688-4012. I'll do that.
Yes, please, because it's important we get in contact and touch base with you guys.
628-9595-628-3131. Hello, good morning.
Yes, Philip.
Morning, sir.
Good morning to you and your party there.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Philip, you got to keep up the good work. I've said to you that what you're doing is very, very important. There's nothing that you say. Anyone can disagree with you, but I've told you it is the way that you're saying it. In addition, Philip, you have to, I know you're doing the due diligence. You've started long before the race is called, and it's so important that you do that. And I see how you're organizing this team. You're organizing a football team with reserves to play in case. I understand that. What I'm saying to you is this. You got to go on the ground into those communities, those stronghold communities. You got to forget about that press. You have a radio station here. It seems as though you have great access, because as a political party you may have to own a radio station. You know, this is what is really happening. They own a radio station because you got to get it out there in the mass media. But what I'm going to say to you is you got to go into the neighborhood.
Cole, I want to ask you a question if you don't mind.
And once an hour, 1 hour a week or something, or every day, you pick somewhere and you don't go and spend too much time.
No, we're doing that. We have a caller. Shari Wilson is the party organizer. We're building out. We opened the South office. We're building out. This is Carnival, so nothing happening in Trinidad for Carnival, but this party on the ground. Last week, Saturday, we had 5 walkabouts taking place at the same time. And I wanna ask you a question though. What you prepared to do to help?
Philip, you know, I'm the fella who twisted his ankle around the savannah. Take your time.
Good. So you need to come in. No, but you need to come in and sit down and talk with us, because I want you to understand this. To the average Trinbagonian looking at me, they will think that I am a middle class or upper class person and I have no interest in what's going on in Mova, Bitam, Lavandale, Sealots. And they wouldn't understand. When I tell this lady just now who just called from Enterprise, I want to come home by you, because that is where we feel most comfortable. And a lot of this that you may not see, we've done tens of thousands of hours of video already. We're working very hard.
I am very aware. Very aware. What I'm saying to you also, I know you're doing it. I'm just encouraging you.
Absolutely. But you need to come and meet with us. You need to come and meet with us, because we open to all the suggestions and all the ideas. And
one last thing I want to ask you, because I heard you talk earlier on about draining the swamp. Supposing Robert, one of them came to you, right?
Did you just say you heard us say draining the swamp? Because we don't use that analogy.
No, you didn't use that word. You said, you know what, you have to be able to get rid of all of them when you're organizing to make the thing better.
No. What we're talking about is purging the inefficient and the corrupt in the public sector. That's what we're talking about.
Purging is like draining the swamp, but it's all right. You don't use that word. It's all right.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Do you agree?
Here what I'm asking you before I go. If Arnold Roberts came and he said, you know what, and you realize he could win the seat, what will be your answer to him?
Not interested at all.
No.
Not interested at all.
Have a nice day.
You too, my friend. No, don't sell me Arnold Roberts. Don't sell me anybody. Let's take that last call. 628-959. Let's take that last call. Hello, good day.
Morning.
Hi, morning.
How are you going, sir?
Calling from Sangre Grande.
Sangre Grande, east side.
I going and move to Sangre Grande. Tell all you our biggest followers is Sangre Grande. You're joking.
How are you going, man?
Okay, yeah. I want to highlight something. It's Sukram Street number 1 in Sangre Grande. Your URP program. 5 women work here for 2 weeks. They reach 8 o'clock, they leave about 9:15. They did nothing at all. Taxpayers' money just going down the drain.
Vote them out.
Definitely, I listen to your program. If you ask me anything on your program for more weeks, I just listen. Mine will just stick to the station.
Thank you.
Nice.
Well said.
Mine will just stick to the station.
We appreciate.
When I home, I listen to this program. So anytime you're on the program, I listen to you right
on the 23rd of March, we are 10th Avenue, Barataria from 5 p.m. We're launching a new East Hub, North Hub office. If you could make it up today, I'd like to meet you in person.
Which part?
On the main road, opposite Maritime Plaza, Barataria.
Yes.
All right, you will see all the orange flags and thing.
Okay. And as a new party coming out, we need a new party because UNC wasn't good and PNM was.
Thank you for that. Yeah, your closing comments spot on. Thank you for that, my friend. Yeah, when we come back, we're going to be taking more of your calls, so we take a break.
Locally mega delicious carnival with Royal Castle.
1 carnival mega meal, please.
12 delicious pieces of Royal Castle chicken.
Oh, give me a carnival mega meal, please.
With 6 tasty sides.
Give me 2 of the carnival mega meals, please.
Together with a 2-liter Coke.
Hey, a mega meal, please, and a little cup for that tasty pepper sauce.
For lunch, dinner, or a lime, Royal Castle's got your carnival mega meal.
The luxurious Celebia Nature Resort on Carnival Thursday. Tickets are going very fast, so hurry and get your $200 general and $600 foreigners VIP tickets. Get them now from all Lotto Booths,
Cinnamon and Trucks, Sangre Grande,
Darrell's Famous Food, formerly Jobs Fried Chicken, Arima, Valencia, and Grande.
That's International and Cache, Trim City Mall,
Bobby's Curab,
Hangout Bar Valencia,
Pro Sports Bar, Malabar,
and at the venue, the Celebia Nature Resort and Spa.
Online at ticketfederation.com. Also, for the first time, the people of Togo can call Mr. Famous for the special $150 Togo tickets while stocks last.
For more info, call 752-9911,
298-4600, or Mr. Famous at 386-7402. The world is coming to Stranded by the Pool. The only question is, where will you be? The luxurious Celebia Nature Resort on Carnival Thursday, the swimwear edition.
Carnival Thursday,
February 28th, 2019. More 104.7 FM, the official station for Stranded by the Pool.
Ride a hard wine.
When you're feeling down and you need to get back up, drink Ride a hard wine.
When you got to perform and you don't feel the vibe, drink Ride a hard wine. For strength and stamina all day, all night.
Ride a hard wine.
The only thing that will fix you right.
Ride a hard wine.
Made with special herbs and ginseng to ensure top performance.
Ride a hard wine. Feel the heat.
M104.7 FM.
Everybody on the stage, Bongado. If you're coming down from the mountain, Bongado. When the rhythm beating in town, see me jumping on the savannah grass, the savannah grass.
M104.7 FM Carnival Fever.
Something fun.
M104.7
104.7 FM got the fever and is spreading it all over. Hey, don't be afraid. Just catch the fever on your dial and 104.7 FM.
Plus everybody, family. Hey, we see double M. We see power, Khaled. We don't see race. See me fabulous. Plus everybody.
As you move to the sound of M1047 Carnival Fever, catch it now.
This is a paid political program on M104.7 FM.
All right, so this klutzy, clumsy, sexy team, we're back inside. No, we having a real Five Fingers Monday. No, the technology fighting with us, and we fighting back. And Philip Edward Alexander of the Progressive Empowerment Party in studio with Deputy Political Leader Anthony Defoe and Janice Lemon Cricky, PRO and Board Operator. At the start of the show this morning, we tried to play a song. We're going to try to play it again because it didn't make it to the big yard. And I swear to you, this is one of the best calypsos I've ever heard in my life. It's called Bring It Back, and it's by a fellow called Banjela. His name is Adelon Brave Boy. We're going to play this for you now. I want you to hear the song, and we're going to be taking your calls after. Yeah? Let me see if we get to Janice. Not there?
Every day I sit and wonder how this sweet island gets so bitter. Low salary but cost of living gets higher. We inhumane behavior, things now turned upside down. Smiling faces become and sons through this perilous times. I know with you on board, blessings will flow. TNT will again arise to the sweet, sweet mother. Bring it back, sweet TNT. Bring it back, of the milk and honey. Bring it back, sweet family, the way that it used to be. Bring it back, like long ago. What was mine was yours too. Bring it back, peace and harmony. My red, white and black country. Bring it back, I say. Bring it back, I say. Bring it back, I say. Bring it back. When it take a village to grow a child, and all we do was smile. Bring the country back, I say. Bring it back. When we eat from the same pot, we drink from the same cup. Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back. My red, white and black country. Bring it back. When we look out for each other, bring it back. We were all brothers keepers. Bring it back. My red, white and black country. Bring it back. Sweet family. Bring it back. Bring it back. My red, white and black country. Your vote will decide our destiny. Your vote will decide what you want to be. Your vote can foretell. Use it well before it's too late. If If it is they prove it to be only full amount. When you're voting, vote them out. Vote them out. If it is the time is now that change should come about. Just as how you vote them in, vote them out. Register and vote them out. If they don't see, vote them out. Stain your finger and vote them out. Show them no mercy, vote them out. Vote them out with total scorn and utter disdain.
Open the mic. Open the mic.
Oh, yes.
Oh, God, we going to figure it out eventually, eh? We going to figure it out. We'll get
Trinidad.
it eventually.
But the first song, that win. That win.
Listener,
That win.
I going to watch.
Lyrical content for days.
When is the Dimash Grass show? I going to watch it. I going to watch to hear what pass, what be that.
Yeah.
I want to hear what be that. I want to hear because them judges, listen, I waiting. I ain't saying nothing because I expecting if Benjana make it, if Adelon Brave Boy make the big yard with that song, then the songs that make it massive. Can't wait. I excited. But if I'm listening and it's nonsense,
Yeah, boy. We gotta blow them up. We gotta shine them out there. We gotta put this out there because
put them on
again,
blast.
this right here, that song that you just played, brother.
Bring it back. My red, white, and black country.
Boy.
628-9595,
Priceless.
628-3131. You could call us and you could add your voice to the conversation this morning.
Morning, morning, caller.
Morning.
How you going, sir?
I'm 70 years.
You see
And
that
that
with
color
pride.
make me cry.
Yeah,
For the
boy.
state of the country.
Yeah, boy.
I voted for all you, brother.
Thanks a lot, man.
I go think all right, man. I cried, man. I cried.
Sorry,
the country gone.
Sorry. I apologize.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir. And yeah, that's serious. That's serious. That's serious. Nah, boy. That is serious right there. That is serious right there. And again, is why we say, it is why we said that song, the lyrical content of that song is absolutely priceless. Priceless.
I agree.
And for again, for this man not to make it to that big stage, for the country not to be able to hear this on a national level, listen. Anyway.
I think the reason is that, I mean, it's a very emotional song.
The reason why is because the people doing the judging and the people who are supposed to be musically savvy, again, where
you know what it is to be in this stadium, Savannah, and he sing that song and the whole Savannah start to cry? But
Janice, we are at a critical point in our nation's history right now. Right now, we are at a crossroad in our nation's history. And the point of the matter to that is that, one, you have a new political vehicle for the people that is truly having an agenda to bring betterment for the people. And again, Trinidad and Tobago, don't take our word for it. You come, implement yourself. PNM and UNC wasn't able to do that. The Progressive Empowerment Party opens its doors to 1.4 million citizens of the soil to be a part of this movement.
Uncle, you break my whole heart. I ain't gonna sorry, I apologize. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning, sir. Morning. How are you going, sir?
Calling from Sandy Grande.
Sandy Grande, east side again. Yes, man.
Grande, I tell all that
I always telling people, I say, I'm not a Trinidadian. You know why I say that? Because the type of people it have in this country that making this country so difficult.
Beast, boy. Beast in human form, my father just call them. How you could watch people suffering the way they're suffering? You're living nice. You're churn harmony. And you're still looking to thief more. My father just call them beasts in human form.
Well, this country get demonic now.
Demonic.
It get demonic.
And then the church, and then the temple, and then the mosque, putting the blue note, they raising their hand high for you to see. Stink and dirty. Thank you, caller.
When all come to Grande?
But I feel when we come to Grande, Olenga, we leave.
We coming nobody and jail, nobody. What it is?
Now watch me. This party
don't worry.
is a groundswell of hope. I want to tell you.
Come in.
They say down in Rienzi Part 2 in Couva. They're sitting down and they don't know how to match it yet. You know, they're trying hard. In Balize house. Boys, stop them now, boys. Stop them. They see they're growing. It's on the ground. Watch me. Christ say, if you shut me up, even the rocks and the stones will
know, I come just like that, man. I come just like that, fella. Tears come up the eye.
Hey, boy. Look now.
Is that serious thing? Is that serious thing?
Take it easy. We're doing it. We outnumber them. They are more good and decent people in this country than bandits, white-collar criminals, and sycophants. We're going to fix Trinidad and Tobago.
I waited on a friend of mine. So, well, I would be able to get some funds, right? And I look at Bucket. I would help you all financially.
Thank you, my
We
friend.
appreciate that, man. Really, really.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
Always get to know me.
Take it easy, my friend. We will talk again. 628-595-628-3131. That look at that song.
Yeah, I tell you.
An emotional response.
That's right.
Janice, they know why they have to hide that song.
That's right. I was saying that just now.
They know why they have to hide that song.
Could you imagine the whole of the savannah and burning down the place over the song when the man singing it?
When that song done, what they would have do? What nonsense you could come and sing? Gypsy make the finals. What Gypsy have to sing again? Every song Gypsy have to sing, he sing. 628-9595-628-3131. Hello, good morning.
Morning, caller.
Sorry to call again.
That's all right.
I want to play that tune again.
Nation.
And let me finish cry. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, we go give Wally a rerun on that. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. The nation need to hear that. Really.
I'm going to try, Janice. You're going to pull along our mics.
Ready?
Wait just now. Let me
set it up there for them.
I wonder if I could play it straight from my iTunes playlist, so I don't have to go to the YouTube link.
No, but it's absolutely it is real. It is real, and I would say again, lyrical content. Yeah, raise your volume.
And pull along our mics.
Usual technical.
1, 2, yeah.
Yeah, today is that day. Getting the headphones?
Not yet. No, not hearing it, so you check your connection.
Is the connection here giving me all the problems in the world?
That's the problem.
We must get it.
They go get it before we done. We go play it again. Play it again. We get on that track. And in fact, we will talk to 1047 to see if we can actually get them to put it on the system. Beautiful. Give me a rewind there.
I'm gonna give a rewind, but we can't move.
Start it from the start.
Hold on the mic.
Every day I sit and wonder how this sweet island gets so bitter. Low salary but cost of living gets higher. We inhumane behavior, things now turned upside down. Smiling faces becomes a frown. Guns galore, we now live in fear. People no longer seems to care. My heart is filled with pain and agony. I see a man begging for mercy. They rub him and they shoot up his body. I can't take no more. I pray for we safety. Sweetie auntie, bring it back. Land of the milk and honey, bring it back. Sweet family, the way that it used to be, Lord. Bring it back. Like long ago, what was mine was yours too. Bring it back. Peace and harmony, my red, white and black country. All over, stray bullets have running for cover. Shedding tears has become so natural. Humans behaving more like animals. No respect for values anymore. Even the lawmakers breaking the law. Who can we trust? Tell me who to save. Each day undertakers dig new graves. Wailing and bawling is your new band launching. New sizes of boxes we measure it. Nearly your household you're hearing. What was mine was A place with situation in your hand. You can create and you can destroy. This turn our sorrows into joy. Forgive us, Father, we have sinned. Turn back the sword, oh Lord, I plead it. Change the hearts of the wicked ones. Guide and protect all your daughters and sons. Through this perilous times, I know with you on board, blessings will flow. TNT will again arise. Through the sweet, sweet paradise. Bring it back, sweet TNT. Bring it back, of the milk and honey. Bring it back, sweet family. The way that it used to be, Lord. Bring it back, like long ago. What was mine was yours too. Bring it back, peace and harmony. My red, white and black country. Bring it back, I say. Bring it back, I say. Bring it back, I say. Bring it back. When it take a village to grow a child, and all we do was smile. Bring the country back, I say. Bring it back. When we eat from the same pot, we drink from the same cup. Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back. My red, white and black country. Bring it back. When we look out for each other, bring it back. We were all brothers keepers. Bring it back. My red, white and black country. Bring it back. Sweet family. Bring it back. Bring it back. My red, white and black country.
Kaiso. Oh my
What
God.
beat that? Janice,
That is
Tony,
Yo!
what song?
Nothing.
Beat that. What song?
Nothing.
What song?
Nothing.
You know what they were
Nothing.
supposed to do? In the semi-finals in Skinner Park, they were supposed to crown Benjala Calypso Monarch already.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Yeah.
agree.
What
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree.
beat
And
that?
I understand why that song bring that man to tears.
Boy, it must.
Everybody-
My look, my
people
right
all
now
over
full
the
of
country
water.
crying. People all over the country crying this morning. I want to know, Tuko. I want to know what beat that song.
Yes.
What
Yeah,
beat that?
Yes.
That is the best calypso I ever heard in my life.
Yeah, boy.
Yep. That
What?
should be 2019.
What beat that?
Yeah, boy.
They robbed this man. Every aspect, the production, the
Yeah.
voice,
Yeah.
the lyrical content.
Yeah.
The man has said the same word twice.
Yeah.
When you
Agreed.
listen to the nonsense that is reaching that big yard.
Yeah, boy.
What beat that?
Ah, yeah.
628-9595, 628-3131.
Good morning.
Caller. Morning.
Good morning.
How you
I want
going,
you
sir?
to know, this Kenneth here.
How you
We're crying out here too, eh?
Oh Lord.
Ken. How you
How
going,
are
boy? How
you?
you going? North side, boy.
The only people, not only people at home crying, we all crying out here too.
I could well imagine.
Hold strong, brother. Hold strong. We're doing it.
Don't worry, we doing it. Correct, we doing it, and we making it. We making road for you to come back home. Promise you, brother. Promise. Right? Our word, the last breath in our own being, will be for that to be a reality for you, my friend.
628-95, 628-3131.
Okay, bye.
628-9595, 628-3131. Hello, good
Good
morning.
morning.
Morning,
Again,
caller.
good morning.
How you going, sir?
Listen, we are a Venezuelan go take the immigration at Trinidad to be put to task and file an injunction against them. You understand? So they take just to enter here. This youth man supposed to file an injunction against the committee. What? Because listen to me now, you hear
Nothing beat that song. I don't care what they pay.
this man supposed to file an injunction against these people
Nothing
that never
beat
take
that
their
song. I am calling on Trinidad and Tobago to rise up and demand that Tuko put him back. They robbed Adelon Brave Boy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They robbed that boy.
Yeah.
Damn. Listen to me now. I calypso and twice as right.
Nice.
You know what them just want you to do? Every year, they want you to write a new song. And any song that you're going a competition with, you cannot go back on no competition with that. But yet still, they have function. They go have men playing calypso from since 1901 for Panorama. They had to get some. They had to get it.
As you say, if Exodus could have sued them, Adelon Brave Boy,
yes,
Jenny C. Paul Gayadine, you are our link. I want you to reach out to Adelon Brave Boy.
Yeah.
Listen,
reach him.
He had to. Now this I don't want to call.
Yeah. We go take it to our next level.
To know what beat this song.
We go take it to our next level.
That man should sit down and take that just.
Listen, man, if you just go in the court and play that song for the judge and ask, what beat this song? What beat it? I want
them disrespecting the culture.
Correct. God, I love what you say there. You hear what you just say? The disrespecting the culture.
I'm telling you,
yes, brother.
I write that too, you know.
Yes.
I write that too.
Caller, we want to talk to you off air. Take Tony number 688.
Yes, brother. Call me. 688-20. It's 4012. 688-4012. Give me a call. Send me a WhatsApp or something.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, sir.
Next tune, or let us check on Lady Watchman. Listen to that tune.
Send me a link for that.
Send me a link. I want to make your cry too.
I can play it.
Yeah. Bring it on, man. Bring it on.
It is time. It is time now. It is time now for us to stand up
so
against.
Much
listen, man. Everything in the country rotten. So
much more is on top talent we have.
That song, I want to know what beat that. What could have beat that?
Yeah, I say the same.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, Gola.
Hey, good morning, Philip, Deputy Political Leader, and I was the next Deputy Political Leader. Philip PHA, watch me. Any song that is against the PNM, they wouldn't let it come in the fight, right? They wouldn't win. And that's the whole thing about it, right? That's the whole thing about it.
What beat that song? What beat that song? 628-9595, 628-3131. We're taking your calls today. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. We're talking about the failure of the nation state of Trinidad and Tobago. We're talking about where. Let me read. This song is so amazing. What this boy wrote is amazing. The poetry of what he wrote here is amazing. What beat this song for lyrical content? What beat this song for production? What beat this song for music?
Nothing.
What beat this song?
Nothing.
Nothing could have beat this song.
Nothing.
Every day I sit and wonder how this sweet island gets so bitter. Low salary but cost of living gets higher. We inhumane behavior. The lyrics in the song now. Things now turn upside down. Smiling faces become a frown. Guns galore. We now live in fear. People no longer seem to care. My heart is filled with pain and agony. I see a man begging for mercy. They rob him and they shoot up his body. I can't take no more. I pray for his safety. Bring it back. Listen to me, man.
That is lyrical content, boy. That is lyrical content, boy.
That's 6 in 1 over. That's the first verse. And when you hear the bring it back chorus start, goosebumps start down by
I'm telling you, boy.
People who are even from Trinidad love that song. 628-9595, 628-3131. If you would like to weigh in and have your say, feel free to call. But just that, we talked this morning about the circumstances and the situation with regards to the national security of this country. Yesterday, they post on the Express, 20 kilos stopped of cocaine stopped going to the airport. I asked Ole Miss the real story. How the 20 kilos get in Trinidad?
That is it right there.
How it get in Trinidad?
Right there.
Why the police have to be cleaning up national security mistakes? Where's the Coast Guard? Where's Homeland Security? We paying for the army $7 billion every year to eat corned beef and macaroni and run and jump about in trees. What is going on in this country? What is the purpose of the army?
Agreed.
We spending billions of dollars on our Coast Guard but can't afford diesel to put and run the blasted ships.
Imagine.
Making a mockery of the country. Lying to people. Every 20 kilos that they find, 5 times that make it true.
Yeah.
Of course.
You lock up 2 mules in a B13. You know, they're actually making fools of the people of this country. What happened to securing the nation's borders?
Exactly.
When we started off this conversation, it was about repurposing barges, creating fast attack helicopters and interceptor boats. You know, a man sent me, he said, boss man, sonar boys, automatically deployed drones. You could be operating from the center of the island, securing the border, and dispatch to sink who don't want to stop them.
Imagine.
Listen, and we still accepting this. This is insanity. The news media has made a mockery of sharing information with the people. When you open a newspaper, it's nonsense and foolishness. It's what they want you to hear that you're hearing.
I want to. That's what the news had to be. Bacchanal.
Why are we cleaning up after our failed national security? Imagine this country where stories like this could not happen. Where the movement of 20 kilos of cocoa, any amount for that matter, into the country would be impossible. Shut the nation's borders. The PEP has been saying for years. The Ministry of National Security has now known for decades. So why aren't we closing the borders despite tons of cocaine passing through this country, and in spite of the latest ignobility to be visited on this country, being named as a source destination for international human trafficking? The government has to be made to answer why they are being so irresponsible with the safety and security of this country. Why isn't the media asking about steps that could be taken to stop the flow of illegal guns, drugs, and living human cargo to and through our country? Why is that not the issue?
Nobody want to talk about that.
Why is that not the issue? Trinidad and Tobago need to be wake up.
Morning, caller.
Philip, it have drones right now that could stay in the air for more than 12 hours without coming back to get repowered. You have buoys that working with solar, working with solar energy that could give literally a 30 to 40 range radius around that buoy, where the buoys could connect to other buoys and stuff like that and make a whole network, right? And why is these people not doing that? We have helicopters in Trinidad and Tobago that could keep up with some of those speedboats. Why are we not using them? It have oil platforms out there that are abandoned right now, that is not in use, that the government could get in contact with maybe BP or one of those people to utilize these platforms to put police, coast guard, whatever the case may be.
They're paying $100,000 a month to somebody, we don't know who. The
question is, Philip, we have all these things at our disposal.
What we have in this country is a corrupt government. You have to face it, call it for what it is. We need an investigation into the activities of the government.
So we have shipped
the director of public prosecutions need to be investigating the prime minister for the $3 million they thief to give Maxi coffee.
But that is it. But not only that, Philip, we have ships stuck up in Stobel Bay that could be used. They just need to be refueled. That's all. But we want to build a highway to nowhere. Spending all that money. Why we can't utilize that money for fuel? Why we can't utilize that money to buy drones? Why we can't utilize that money to have a command center in Port of Spain where all the camera feeds could come into that one command center? Come now, man. We living in the storage or what? I could do that. I could go and get a program right over and install it on the machines where they could see all the cameras. So I don't know what nonsense. I don't know what nonsense these people that be talking. Boy, watch me. People who we have in government don't know what the hell they're doing. You understand? They're just there for
deliberate incompetency.
Deliberate
incompetency. And the thing about it, the reason why people wouldn't like you, Philip, because and Mr. Defoe and the other lovely lady there, is because all they say it raw, and people don't like to hear it raw. People like it sugar-coated and salted, and I can't do it. You understand? And we have to stop this nonsense now. You understand? Because at the end of the day, when I leave my mother home alone, what I just have to be worried. I end up putting cameras inside the house so I can watch and see what's going on and monitor everything that's going on. Oh God, man, you want me to live in a jail now? Oh shakes, man. Watch me. I reached the point in my life that I am totally fed up. You know what I'm telling you? If any of them come in front of my house, especially them PLM to ask me for my vote, it's like cussing them away, no. Honest to God, I live for the same note. You don't do that
easy,
for nobody here, man. I need it.
No, but you have a right to be outraged.
But you're right. You're
you have a right to be outraged because it's simple to do. You see, the problem is it's simple to do.
Yeah, that's it. All right. We'll be back, Trinidad and Tobago.
Carnival Friday at Center of Excellence. Showtime 8 p.m. Over 20 massive chutney and soca stars. Nadia Batson, Farmer Nappy, and Swappy. Headed by Raymond Ramnarine and Big Band Dylan Adan. Master Salim, K.I., Climax, Chutney Dancers, Pastor Drummers. Get your tickets now at ticketfederation.com. Racetrack Wheels, Aruka and Chase Village. Hearty Foods, Arima. Lashby Jewelers, San Fernando. Bobby's Bar, Cura. All NLCB outlets. Cost Cutters, El Dorado, and Sangre Grande. Extra Food, Shaquanas, Grand Bazaar, Extra Plaza, and O'Mara Road in Arima. For more information, call 752-9911.
Campari. The journey. The anticipation. The connection. It all comes together in one moment of perfection. And when it's over, we can't wait to do it again. Campari. Come together. Must be 18 years or older. Drink responsibly.
3 amazing shows. The Calypso Queen of the World,
Her Majesty,
Calypso Rose in concert. You must be there, TNT, to see our Queen in Carnival 2019 featured concert.
What you looking for? You will cry no more.
Also, the King of Soca, Machel Montano.
the icon Super Baby,
New Generation stars Nyla Blackman,
Ola Tunji,
Second star Chutney stars Nepal Chaitlal and Nishad M. The premiere of Choco's Calypso Choir. Your MC is Hotmouth Granny.
Carnival Thursday, February 28th, Napa, Port of Spain, 8:30 p.m.
Carnival Saturday, March 2nd, Sapa, San Fernando, 6 p.m. Ash Thursday, March 7th, Shaw Park Complex, Tobago, 8:30 p.m.
Get tickets now online at ticketfederation.com.
Napa box offices,
Cachets,
Sleeves, Crosby's,
Hideout Clothing Store,
Extra Food Supermarket, All Penny Savers, Tobago, Bellini's Drug Mart.
For more info, call 685-5239.
Calypso Rose in concert.
Forever young.
Don't miss it. Kindly supported by the Ministry of Community Development, Culture and the Arts and the Tobago House of Assembly.
Disclaimer. More FM Limited, its owners and associates, accepts no responsibility for statements made by the talk show hosts or their guests. More FM Limited does not endorse any of the information provided during this commercially booked segment as the truth. That you have to judge for yourself. We, however, reserve the right to question statements made. But in this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and corruption, it is sometimes hard to get the truth. But we must try. It is not our intention to discriminate or annoy anyone. We believe it is our constitutional right to free speech, to voice our opinion, and our duty to the population and country to expose the truth. More FM Limited takes no responsibility for the opinions of
fabrication, these statements that they spout. When you're voting, vote them out, vote them out. If it is that frustration, does make you want to shout. When you're voting, vote them out, vote them out.
Hey.
Before they misuse out,
This song.
teeth out, sell out and digs out.
Before they use out, thief out, sell out, and digs out.
Yeah.
Janice, we get a nice lineup of songs here.
Yeah, man. No
When
worry.
you're
How we
voting,
play
vote
this
them out.
set and lock
If
just
it
now.
is their policies, it's just a pappy show. When election day come, all bandit must go.
Yes. Another song with great lyrical content.
Very much so.
When election day come, all bandit must go. If it is that avarice is all they seem to know, when you're voting, vote them out. Avarice is greed. These people, hey, listen now.
Trinidad and Tobago. Don't worry.
Our reality is that we could redo this.
Yeah.
We're not stuck with this.
That's right.
Like every woman who is in an abusive relationship right now, leave. Start over. Anybody in a job right now that's stealing your soul and draining your lives, find a new job. We need our people. We need people in love with themselves, in love with the concept of rebirth and renewal. Trinidad and Tobago could be better. We have rain falling. Listen now, the rain falling on people's house who have no water in their pipe.
Right now.
But wait, it's worse. Rain falling on people's house who have no water in their pipe. It's illegal for them to catch the rain.
Imagine.
Wait, okay, this get worse. This is a monkey republic. Rain falling on people's house who have no water in their pipe. It's illegal for them to catch the rain and they're bracing for flood. This is a mad country. Janice, listen now. I'm telling you now, if I could make that statement and you can't contradict me, fire the government. Fire them. Fire them immediately. I don't want to hear you blame a WASA worker or a WASA manager or a WASA board. Are going to the top. Are going to who responsible for all of that. I paying you big money. Big money. You come for this work and you say you could do the work, you can run the country, I'm telling you, the Progressive Empowerment Party will run this country better than it has ever been run in its history.
That's right.
Properly run.
That's
like a rising tide lifts all boats. We will take care of all the people.
And
we will make sure that all those who want a job can get a job, and all those who have a job and want a home can own a home.
That's right.
That's where it starts.
And we want you, Trinidad, to
That's
hold
where it
us
starts.
accountable to that.
Man, a legislative agenda second to none.
Yeah.
Recall and campaign finance. Those are important. Those are important.
Yes.
Undo and redo from the justice system. Come right back down. We talking about put a clock, a timer on every court case. 3 years for civil matters, 5 years for criminal matters. Any judge that cannot bring that case in, under that time the case get tossed. Judges who are serially losing cases, fire them.
That's right.
Country needs to be managed. If you have a job, understand your job description. If you can't do the job, fire yourself.
Correct.
Trinidad and Tobago needs to be a better nation. It was created to be the most blessed nation on
planet Earth.
We have things that no other country have. We forget. We have the pitch lake. We have the nylon pool. We have the largest brain coral in the world in Tobago. One of the oldest old growth forests. Trinidad and Tobago is blessed and pregnant with potential and possibility. The only tropical Caribbean island outside of the hurricane belt. We're not dominating the cruise ship industry. We're not dominating the pleasure craft industry. We're not dominating shipping turnaround. We are located between North, Central, and South America and the Panama Canal, where 91% of all shipping must pass. And we are not involved in shipping. Come on, man. Come on, man. Dubai and Singapore tell you the real money in the world is shipping. We talked earlier, Janice, and we talk about internet and telecommunications and interconnectivity must grow. Shipping must grow. Trinidad and Tobago is capable of being one of the richest nations in the world. We just have to want it.
That's right.
You have an opportunity now. You have a real political party. Challenge us. Call for a debate. Call for a debate with Keith Rowley, Kamala Prasad, Bisesa and me. Tell them they could bring back up and they could work with cheat sheets. Let us talk about the track record and the promises for the future. If the conversation has started to change because of the advent of the Progressive Empowerment Party, if all of a sudden you're learning and you're understanding how things are supposed to be done and why it was never done and how much it will cost and when and where, if you understand that now and you never understood that for 56 years, fire all of them. Trinidad and Tobago, this is us, the PEP, in our weekly. We have 2 shows, Monday and Wednesday on 104.7 from 9 to noon. I am with Tony Defoe. Closing comments.
Well, again, Trinidad and Tobago, you got an earful. I hope you assimilated all the information. And again, touch base with me, 688-4012, 688-4012. Trinidad and Tobago.
Follow-up information.
Yes.
On behalf of PRO Janice Lemon Cricky and our chairman Felicia Holler, who was here earlier, this is Philip Edward Alexander, political leader of the Progressive Empowerment Party, wishing everybody a bright and beautiful Monday. Stay safe, Trinidad and Tobago.